Okay, let's go. Good mythical morning. Just kidding. That's not that show. This is not that show. I also was just going to say regular good morning, but I had pre-thought in my head that I should do that joke. So I was like, mythical morning. Mythical. Hi, Christian jump scare. Hello, we're live. Hello. First things first. Cyber, thank you so much for joining Gold Members. It makes me so happy. Thank you so much. It really means a lot that you choose to support me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so sweet of you. Thank you so much for joining membership. Oh my god, it feels so great. Woo! Chat's dead? Oh my god, you know what? I think chat is dead. Hold on. Why is chat dead? It's always like this. It's always like this. It's always like this. It's always fucking like this. Oh my god. Where'd you put Lily Dale Dancy on? Where'd you put this one on? In here? Well, that's just weird. Oh, it legit broke. All right, here we go. Let's check Stream Elements once again. StreamElements.com. It's okay. Casually, this happens every so often. Yeah, that's so weird. Here, streaming tools, overlays, chat, copy URL. Yeah, I suppose I gotta re-import it. Hold on. Pardon me, you guys. It's not like I wanted this to happen, okay? Still the same one? Maybe edit? Oh, you know what's so funny? Copy overlay URL. Hold on. We'll get to it. We'll get to it eventually. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, what's funny is it shows up in my Stream Elements overlay, but it really is OBS just shitting itself. Browser? Add existing YT chat. Is it? Oh, it's still not. That's so weird. That's so weird. That's so weird. Okay. What about this one? I'm like trying to change the browser. Yeah, I'm trying to do. Well, I was trying to I don't know why. Hold on. We'll get it. It'll be fine. We'll get it. There it is. That's so weird. Why is it like this? Why must it be like this? Well, now I have to fucking update it everywhere. God. Anyways, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Those are old messages? No chat today then? What the fuck is going on, dude? Yeah, it isn't like, that's so funny. It's not updating. It's not updating. Well, no chat today it is. I apologize. No chat today. Let me add back the original browser and then we'll actually get on to what we were trying to do, okay? YT chat always has a bizarre delay. It really does, honestly. Let's do this. Let's just at least add back what is supposed to be here. And then like the original. And then we just won't deal with chat today. Sounds good? Sounds good? It was fine? No, it was like super crazy delayed. Like it wasn't even moving at all. So it's okay. We don't need what do we need chat for? Huh? You guys need to see yourself speaking? What kind of narcissist are you? Huh? Alrighty, let's go. Moving on. Okay, hi, my name is Lily Bell. I love to travel, but I suck at geography, and I already need to pee. Fucking A. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, yes, I do need to pee, but today, right, we are watching our Chris-chan update. So what it is with Chris-chan, and yes, I'm saying Chris-chan instead of Chris-chan now, because I know everybody who's been watching my documentary, like watch along, has been like, why does she continue to say Chris-chan? Well, because I'm a fucking weeb, and I majority only consume Japanese culture content. You know what I mean? Okay. What else did I say? Yes, that said, we have Chris-chan, A Comprehensive History, part 80. Man, I remember when we stopped at part, like, 62 because that was the last one. And now we're at fucking part 80. Not only that, we're at this beautiful, weird, disgusting moment where Chris-chan is live. Like, going live and uploading stuff because they're out now while this documentary is going on. Now, I know this is, you know, when this documentary started, they were around and doing lives and doing stuff. But when I started learning about them, it was almost like they were a part of history. That they weren't even, like, I know they were alive, but, like, it doesn't feel like they were alive. You know what I mean? They felt like they were just away. Just an old, like, and the documentary series is just so good that Gino Samuel is doing it that I truly feel like it's just some serial killer that had happened to like pass away already. You know what I mean? Like they didn't exist. A myth, truly a myth. I mean, some kind of really messed up legend, but definitely a legend. How are there so many more documentary parts about this one single weird guy, says messed up brain spike? They're just very well documented. They're more well documented than me, which is crazy because I think I say a lot of things on the fucking internet. All right. There's pictures of various parts of my body on the internet. Very amounts of various bodies. It's wild. It's wild. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And yes, I did say, my tweet did say that my back hurts. I think it's me being sore, right? Because I've been working out a lot, but I can't tell if it's just me being sore or if I pulled something. And now I'm worried. But we do have part 80 to go through, and then not only that, they do have uploads. So we're gonna learn a little bit more about what the fuck they're uploading. We might not watch the other lives because I have a feeling majority of it is reaction lives. They did have a Q&A live that we were able to catch live. And some of you guys got to witness that together with me. And it wasn't like the most interesting. It was generally interesting. And by that I mean like, okay, look, like they're here, they're speaking, they are like saying some things, but all the things that we want to know, obviously they were, I mean, and magically they were well trained to not say anything anymore. So they don't like, you can't just like pick at them and see if they're going to get upset and stuff anymore. It's really interesting. I'm very, very curious. That was a good lie for certain reasons. What is the certain reasons? Because you like sucked Chris-chan's dick and gave them $2, right? You already at 80. Did I miss a stream through part 72 through 79? You did not miss a part, Oathkeeper. All you had to do, the thing is we're the rest 72 through 79 is still being uploaded every week after the next week. The next week was the rest of the FNAF, the last of the FNAF. But then 72 through 79 is going to be uploaded. If you want, you can wait until then to watch this live. It's totally fine. I totally understand. But I figured for all the people who did already watch it and wants to be in updates with me, Chris-chan updates with me, we're doing it here on YouTube. Be right back. I am going to pee. I was not joking. I already need to pee. Okay, we're back. Alrighty. Without further ado, let's just get started. Nice.
What has fascinated? This is the story of Chris Chan.
I love that it's just like getting more and more glitchy. Oh, I should have prepared a snack plate. That's okay.
On November 26th, 2020, Sonichu, while
Okay,
still supposed
so we are now, just a reminder, our timeline is still 2020. We have not gotten to that part yet, the peak there yet, okay?
supposedly in possession of Christine's body, wished her followers a happy Thanksgiving holiday, sharing a recent drawing of Sonichu and Rosechu. Also on that day, Sonichu created a new account on Game Banana, a website dedicated to users sharing game customizations and modifications, or mods.
So they actually
He
made a
proceeded
mod,
to upload
or?
a mod for the game Sonic World DX, originally created 3 years prior by Cirrus Fire and Sacktree, which added Sonichu and other features from Quickfill into the game. Sonichu had further customized the mod himself by changing some icons, music, drawings, and original voice acting. He then shared a download link to it on Chris's Twitter account. The supposed Sonichu then proceeded to record further sound bites for his own character that were to be used in the mod.
Yeah. Zap. Krakow.
Hi, Kari.
Doing
Wait,
it
so
for
did they
Mama
make?
Christian
Did they make
and
this
everyone.
mod?
Here we go. That breeze feels nice. Krakow. Ugh. Woo, feel the breeze.
Me whenever I
D?
fart.
Darn glitch.
A D?
Holy crap. Player, we could have done better. Sweet. An S for Sonichus and Rosechews everywhere.
Sonichu, using Chris's YouTube account, also left a comment on the YouTube video from Cirrus Fire, which announced the creation of their Sonichu mod.
Okay.
He
Do I
expressed
think
his
that
thanks
Chris
to the
Chan can
pair of
program a mod?
developers
No,
and
so
noted
that's why I
that
was
there
really
still room
confused for a second.
improvement. Cirrus Fire publicly liked, or hearted, the comment. On November 27th, Sonichu over Discord direct messaged OpusCon789, who had written a fanfiction story starring Sonichu, Chris Chan, and YouTuber Project SNT's original character
SNT versus
which had
Sonichu
drawn
2, the
criticism
cool
from
wicked
Christine
dude.
in late 2019.
This is
When
ridiculous.
asked by OpusCon of his identity, the alleged Sonichu wrote that it was Chris Chan talking to him and wanted to let the writer know that they were currently reading his sequel to SNT vs Sonichu and that they were enjoying his fanfiction so far. He then revealed that he was in fact Sonichu, supposedly in Christine's body, and
Oh my god. I love that, like, that's so funny. They really just went, they really just went, can I help you? As if they had no idea. I mean, I suppose, like, at that time, it was hard to know who actually is Chris, right? Even now, you don't, because it seems like it's just like it seems just kind of like a troll. Like, if somebody was named, like, Sonichu982 and they messaged me, I'd be like, yeah, this is a troll. And I immediately would be like, can I? So, okay, never mind. It's fair. But it's so funny. Imagine actually getting the Chris Chan, like, message. And you're just, okay, this is a fucking troll. Can I help you? Who is this? Well, thank you. You know what I mean?
his sequel to SNT vs Sonichu, and that they were enjoying his fanfiction so far. He then revealed that he was in fact Sonichu, supposedly in Christine's body, and had withheld that fact out of fear of frightening OpusCon789. Sonichu elaborated that the fanfiction chronicled the events of a dimension other than C-197. He corrected some misconceptions found in the story about Chris, and encouraged the writer to watch
they even
Christine's
asked to be
read-through of the second
on
half
Discord.
of the original story on YouTube, which OpusCon had seen already. Soon after, the alleged Sonichu suggested to OpusCon789 that he should play the game Sonic World, especially using the mod which added Sonichu as a playable character, which had been apparently improved upon with Sonichu's modifications. The writer declined the suggestion as he was not an avid game enjoyer.
So awkward.
On November 28th, Sonichu wrote an extended tweet thread in response to his grievances regarding OpusCon789's SNT vs Sonichu trilogy of stories. He wrote in part, "Hey, I want you all to just read all of this and listen up, because I, Sonichu Prime, have a lot to talk about right now. Firstly, I'm reading OpusCon 789's fanfics, and hoo boy, do I have my fair share of grief against him. But moreover on all of the haters in this dimension, who have been talking nothing but smack against our one and only OG OC of all OCs, Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu. You all are stuck on past, outdated notions and ideals that she has literally personally repented, felt bad in doing, and moved on for the most part. Chris is not a freaking narcissist that you lot make her out to be. She does not objectify women or whoever else. She used to, sure, but that was years ago. She has grown up and matured since then. She is not a freaking man-child that you all want to hold in your memories."
To be fair, it does, like, it really is just disgusting in the way that, like, because of, not that I'm saying that Chris is a good person, right? Obviously. I'm just saying that there are a lot of things that Chris has grown out of and changed from, but they will never be able to escape that due to the nature of the internet and them. Do you know what I mean? Like, they definitely are not a good person, and there's a lot of things they hadn't changed, but there were a lot of things that they could change, and they never will be able to escape it. They'll never be able to actually change it. Like, it's almost like, I don't know, actually trying to make a difference in, like, going to the gym or something. But every single time you're, like, trying to go to the gym, your mom tells you, oh, it's okay. I mean, you're always gonna be, like, you know, really unhealthy. And, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, the internet just never forgives, never forgets. And it's just, you'll never learn. You'll never be able to even have the room to grow and change as a person. And that's another thing about these, like, YouTubers and YouTuber apologies too, because a lot of them are like, well, you've never actually changed. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Even if I did change, you would never even know. And also, you would never even allow me to change. Somebody's always going to haunt me. It's really scary. Yeah.
That is bull. And in response, Chris actually appreciates all of the amendmentants, including everyone having rights to bear arms, and she always has been for universal health care.
To bear arms? Bear arms. Roar. Sorry, every time.
For everyone, including Obamacare. Sure, you all think someone like #Billy Mays would make for a good leader, but I got news for you all. In the few short months he was mayor of Quickville, he was a major do-nothing and had nothing in his brain
Still weird
about
that Billy
politics.
Mays
And
was
there
a
are such
mayor of
things as
Quickville. Like, they still
electoral
believe
votes
that
within
shit.
the offices. It is not freaking 5,000 to 1. Freaking kangaroo. And Chris is not freaking fat. She has slimmed down, and she has breasts, which, let's face facts, all boobs are blobs of fat, but they exist, regardless of gender. Whoop-de-doo. And another thing, do you all know when was the actual last time Chris went out looking for a sweetheart? Years. The last one and over with was that freaking fat fetish troll. Ever since, she has not sought anyone, and her mind has not been on sex for—
This is how it is with Chris. Like, there's so much lore and so much stuff that I have no idea who just came on screen just now. The last one and over with, or whatever, like the last act, I have no idea who that is. No fucking idea.
For most of nearly a decade. Why the hell do all of you humans focus so much on freaking sex and all of the negative things within that and force those labels onto others? Stop projecting yourselves and your fetishes onto others. That is just plain dumb. Nobody wants that. Let's take a moment to bring up Evan George, that ungrateful hater troll. He may have discovered Simonchu. Simon, not Simonla. But as Simonchu was still actually
Wait,
a
why
sibling
is it not Simon, but
with
it is
Simonla,
Seaman?
it is still valid. It is not a
Haha,
freaking
Seaman.
uninspired copy-paste, slight remodify, and regendering.
Wait, how do you spell that's how you spell Simon, right? Wait, do I remember how to spell Simon? That's how you spell Simon, right? Billy, Mr. Psychic, thank you so much for the sipa. Thank you. Billy Mays observing after a tornado. That's a lot of damage. I don't even remember Billy Mays, and I think Troll said that Billy Mays was the mayor, or was it always Chris? All right, give me a second. Okay.
They both already were existing long before either Evan or
Oh,
Chris
I see.
covered either of them, and they both called their physical appearances and features as they saw them. Now, Simoneless and Wild's daughter, Sandy. She is not bloodthirsty or epic violent. She is more tame than that, and has good self-control. That one time that Chris in this dimension ended up chronicling,
Thank
they
you
had
for
good
the
reasons,
super. I
as those
appreciate
haters
it.
nearly killed her mom. It's still just as traumatizing, and Wild Sonichu does not have a country bumpkin accent. His voice and accent is the
Are
same
ya,
as
sir?
Peter Quinn of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which can
Dude.
sequence well into the next topic, the relationship and workload share between Rosie and I.
What if Peter Quinn of the Guardians of the Galaxy from C197 came to our dimension, C242 or whatever? It would be really cool if I did remember the numbers, but I don't. And Peter Quill met Chris Pratt. Like, what if that happened? Wild.
I, Sonichu Prime, literally have done more than half of the chores around the house during
mean
the free
Sonichu's in
time
the
when we
MCU?
are not out defending
Sonichu
the
and the
city
MCU
and
are in the
whatnot.
same world.
I clean up the entire house
essentially.
with the
But Sonichu
vacuum.
isn't in
I
the
do the
MCU.
dishes. I even cook, and the food is delicious. And Rosie is not a sex object. That BDSM thing in book 9 was her idea. I did not put her up to it at all.
That. Okay.
It was a fun experiment between her and I, nothing more.
I think
And as Chris did end up
C197
chronicling in
is
book 15
one, but I don't
and
remember
others,
for what.
I actually listen well when talking with Rosie about our problems. I help her with her feelings and frustrations, and boy did we both have
Okay,
frustrations.
like, let's just think about it. Let's say that it really was Rosie's fucking choice. Let's say that Rosie's real. And it's Rosie's choice. Like, did you have to chronicle it, though? What am I even saying? What are we,
over
why?
the recent months,
Why am I even,
since we
like...
were near, yet so far between dimension. She felt lonely, as did I. But now, she is here in this dimension with me, fully, safely, and well with her body. I still need to get myself and this body to Quickfill, true, but that return portal is still very difficult to manifest from the side of the Iron Curtain, and Jacob Sockness and his cronies are completely unable to manifest one either. Off note, we have fire departments in Quickfill. Bubbles is not the fire department. Again, that's a Sanin.
What's a Sanin? What, and also, what's asinine? What is it? Firstly. Secondly, has anybody seen Jacob Sockness, like, out in the wild? Because I feel like, yeah, you can spot Christian. You can also spot Jacob Sockness. And I, like, want to know what's going on. Like, I want somebody to show me that you can, like, what's a full conversation with Jacob Sockness like? If you sat down and had lunch with them.
And Christine Chan never dozed off or was
Oh, I
lazy in
see.
her work over her time as mayor and defender of Quickfill at all. She has worked very diligently and hard on her decision-making and political tasks, in addition to the heroic duties as well. Yeah, the sweetheart search. That was still a thing with her, but she always failed because of the chronicler Claus Chris, employed retroactively in 2018. And Christine Chen lost interest in the sweetheart search after 2010, when she literally and magically transformed fully and permanently from male body to female body with all of the parts, and very little body hair on her human form.
What? What? What do you mean with all of the parts? What? Like, physically? What?
Speaking of our dimension, once again, OpusCon 987 ended up not accessing.
Also, the fact that like I know this is like really just getting and reading into it for absolutely zero reason, but the fact that Christine Chan lost interest in the Sweetheart Search after 2010 due to a quote unquote transition, I feel like, I don't know. It's like, okay, they're not in a Sweetheart Search, so why are they married? That makes sense.
Magically transformed fully and permanently from male body to female body with all of the parts, and very little body hair on her human form.
Yeah, this is a son, but
Speaking
I mean,
of our
like, this
dimension,
is Sonichu.
once
Oh,
again,
Sonichu is his son.
OpusCon
I
987
mean, they're
ended up
still
not
married.
accessing C197 in his fanfics. He accessed another distant dimension, different
Because
from
they're, like,
C197. but
conjoined with
there,
the brain.
everything is just as all of you haters
I
perceived
think,
of us,
something like that.
but we
I don't
are
know.
not.
Oh,
And
see?
that merge
I was right. It is C197. Bro, I'm so cool. I'm so cool. I mean, I don't think this is necessarily the best way to say that I'm cool, but C197, let's go.
was between 1218 and that dimension, and SNT was taken away from C197, and so were the rest of us. Fortunately, it ended up becoming completely undone, but our memories still meshed with our respective self-counterparts there, and that was no fun. One last
See,
thing
their
I want to
memories
point out
meshed.
about all of you bad trolls and hater types, including OpusCon himself. I'm just as surprised
Wait, why
as all
is
of you
Opus
that
Con a
Chris,
hater? I thought Opus Con
in
was the
all of
one
her
that wrote the
wisdom, she is
fanfiction.
literally intelligent and bright. Never call her dumb or stupid again.
Or what?
Still cares about all of you alongside the remainder of the population in this dimension, who are the opposite of you lot. She sees the remaining benefits and genuine deep good in all of you. She is not dense or blind to all of y'all's faults, but the respect is there. Also, post-merge, the world will not be a Chris-Chan-run world. Christine literally works with all of the other deities, and they
Who are
all
the other
have
deities?
priority governing and protection over their nations and domains, respectively. Amir is
Oh,
still
dude, I wonder who our domain deity is. Hello? You guys, I really hope that, like, my domain deity is, like, you know, fucking Bacchus, god of wine and food.
present in Quickville for the lower political activities. But since we have a literal goddess with our OG Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu, and while she participates in the politics, she mainly works hard in greater laws, helping the citizens, city and nation improvements, and
Christine has no business running the world, okay? They're literally God, is what they want me to say.
all of that. Same as Noir or Vert would do in Last Station and Lowy, and all of the other cross-nation aid and work as well. Diplomacies included.
Huh?
Sigh, not sign, as Opus would spell it. But I've let out all of my frustrations for the time being. I pray to Chris-Chan and all of the other deities, all of you will actually offer a lot less hatred and misjudgment upon her, and the rest of us and the dimension merge, and a lot more kindness and understanding.
What if I don't?
Sonichu. P.S. You may retweet all of that above, or whatever. With all of the haters, hazers in this dimension, I feel like you all
What?
do not deserve the gods and goddesses, including Christian Sonichu herself, that have been helping and guiding all of you over all of this time.
You're right.
Also
I don't
to
deserve.
add,
What
in
do you gotta
regards
do
to
about
our
it?
music,
Huh?
literature, video entertainment, and so on, in Quickville, it is not limited. The media we have is not only local and favorited, but also imported, exported, and a whole bunch that you all have here, and everything else we have in our world, from all around the world, and even throughout the universe. To go touting that on every channel in Quickville it's the Christine Chandler Show, or nothing but I so need a cute girls playing on the Rido 24/7, that is not the case. We have universe-wide variety. Also,
Is that what is that the song that I did? I don't think that's the song that I did, is it? What did I do? Is that the song that I covered? I so need a cute girl? Oh, sick. Okay, awesome.
On November 28th,
Hey, if you guys don't know,
the
I
alleged
covered I So
Sonichu
Need a Cute
published
Girl.
on the original story publishing platform Wattpad a supplemental chapter for SNT vs Sonichu that served as a link between Part 2 and Part 3 of the fanfic, written in response to his displeasure at the storyline, correcting all details that were apparently incorrect in the story. In part, Sonichu reprimanded Opuscon for prioritizing his college studies over correcting the damage his chronicling caused in another dimension's Earth, perceiving
What
the described
the
horrific events
fuck?
and violent deaths as factual events.
What the
Opuscon
fuck,
wrote on the Kiwi
dude?
forums that he intended to not read Christine's story as to not influence his own fanfiction.
Literally, this person is doing fan fiction for them, and all that Christine has to say is, by the way, you should be doing it like this, this, and this, because you're kind of messing up the other world. Not only that, I think they like call them a troll, honestly. Reading their fan fiction continuously, but calling them a troll is crazy.
In the last days of November, Sonichu talked in length to the Watchmen, or members of the Play's Discord server, about Opuscon 789 and his story. Sonichu reflected that he wrote his supplemental Chapter 2.5 as a means to possibly intimidate Opuscon from writing any further. He considered that the writer was in fact intimidated by him, as he blocked Chris's Wattpad account to prevent Sonichu from reading any more of the story. Sonichu in
Ooh.
response then created a new account. Watchman Nova called Sonichu's actions vindictive and petty. The alleged Sonichu
True.
reasoned that his vengeful actions were justified, as Opuscon's interdimensional acts of murder and world defacement were comparable to the acts of the Idea Guy. The Watchmen disagreed and hoped to help Sonichu defuse the dispute. Watchman Not suggested that if Sonichu were to continue to acknowledge the fanfic, it would only validate Opuscon's stories, and, along with Nova, called for him to ignore it. Sonichu in response felt he couldn't, as that would mean the causation of dimensional chaos between dimensions 1218 and C197. Later on,
1218.
Watchman Maker Nightfee suggested that Christine could adopt Project SNT or Courtney's original character, SNT, and use her in her comics. Sonichu stated that currently it would be difficult for Chris to adopt SNT. On December 2nd, seemingly Christine tweeted at Project SNT's account, along with adding Opuscon789 as a hashtag, asking the two if they knew where she was, attaching a drawing of Christian Sonichu and SNT in an altered version of a scene depicted in the fanfic, as an attempt to influence Opuscon's story. A Twitter user called for Chris to stop bothering Courtney, as she did not want to play pretend with her, a plea which Christine memishly and mockingly dismissed. On December 3rd,
Wow! They have like the actual ability to understand and meme. Hello? Genuinely fucking surprised that was actually like a pretty good response, a pretty good meme like troll response. What the hell?
Chris's Twitter account liked a posted photo of a plush doll depicting police brutality victim George Floyd wearing a Sonichu medallion.
What the
Also
fuck?
on that day,
What the fuck?
Sonichu wrote in the place of the Chandler's financial troubles, with Barbara having less money for herself after automatic collection of overdraft fees and Chris's Patreon earnings for the month amounting to less than $30. The supposed Sonichu considered to cancel some subscriptions to save money, but was confident that during December, Sonichu and Christine's body would fully traverse into C197. The next day, Sonichu told the Watchman that he had logged into Chris's Kiwi Farms account and found Opuscon789's account on the site, reflecting that his replies in regards to their dispute were dismissive. He checked if SNT's creator Courtney had an account on the site, but found that she had none, and learned from Opuscon's comments that she was distancing herself from the SNT vs Sonichu debacle, calling her inaction neurotypical. The Watchman tried to convince Sonichu in Chris's body that his pursuit of Opuscon was not worth the trouble, an opinion Sonichu denied, further writing that after the dimensional merge was complete, Opuscon would be made an example of for his sins against a multitude of dimensions.
I just like all the way up until I mean like now I don't know if they're doing I doubt they're doing any of that anymore. I don't know what happened to them in prison, but all the way up until 2020, dude, you're still going after just random like fucking, you know what I mean? It's just like, but why? You know what I mean? Why can't you dismiss this fan fiction if you're so upset about it and you're still reading it? But why can't you just dismiss this one versus dismissing like the rest of them that you dismiss? Why specifically this?
calling his actions worse than the Trollsome acts by Clyde Cash and Blue Spike.
Wait. So Opus Khan's real name is Courtney? Is that what it is?
On December 4th, Chris as Sonichu answered another batch of questions sent
Okay,
by
but my question is this. Like, I understand that Chris likes to have control, but other people have fanficked Chris. How is it that this is the only one where they had to do that? Honestly. Be sure to like the stream. It helps with visibility for sure.
Watchmen and Axis as Lane Chu after putting the task off for a month. Sonichu revealed Christine's favorite episode of the adult cartoon series, South Park, provided some advice for improving one's drawing skills, and listed her idealized list of cast and crew for a hypothetical Sonichu movie. Concerning her best friends, Sonichu stated that Magi-chan Sonichu and
We should do
Sonichu
that.
himself
We should, if I was to do a movie of the people in my life, who would y'all fan cast as me? You know what I mean? That's a good one. I should do that one.
were her
I think
closest
that'd be a fun
friends in
stream.
C197. However, in Dimension 1218, her closest friends all eventually moved on with their lives and no longer contacted her.
Yeah, no
As her
shit,
top
bro.
3 friends, Sonichu listed Sarah Hammer Spicer, Anna McLaren, and Megan Schroeder. Concerning Sarah,
Still,
he reflected
God.
that Chris lost contact with her when she married and moved away from him. Anna, while initially trollsome, became a great friend to Chris, but was scared off from contacting her again after
Oh.
QB Farm's administrator, Null,
Wait,
had
wait,
sent her
wait.
quote-unquote
Hold on, I'll be back. SNT is YouTuber Courtney. SNT is YouTuber Courtney's Sonic OC. Opus is a different fanfic writer. Okay. Because I was like, Courtney is somebody who redrew Sonic 2 characters, which pissed him off. Okay, because the way that they were talking about Opus Khan and Courtney at the same time, it got me really confused. All right, let's go back. Also, hi Kai. Hi Kai, dear.
Spicer, Anna McLaren, and Megan Schroeder. Concerning Sarah, he reflected that Chris lost contact with her when she married and moved away from him. Anna, while initially trollsome, became a great friend to Chris, but was scared off from contacting her again after QB Farm's administrator, Null, had sent her quote-unquote dumb and stupid threats after Anna failed to help Chris upon finding out that Christine was being manipulated and extorted by the idea guys. As for
Nobody's
Megan,
job is to
Sonichu
fucking
wrote
help
that she may be
Chris,
forgiven
bro.
for taking
Oh my
advantage
god,
of Christian
this picture still is just the saddest picture in the world. I just, like, I feel like of all the bad luck you can have, being that person is different because you're that person. Being Christian is different because you choose it, right? But Megan Schroeder literally chose, all these people that are around them literally just chose to be, minus the trolls obviously, just chose to be a fucking nice person. Megan was just nice, generally, right? Obviously Megan was not perfect, nobody is, but it's just so sad.
kindness, generosity, and hormones, possibly referring to asking Chris to buy eBay items on her behalf in exchange for monetary reimbursement or DVDs. Sonichu acknowledged that Christine understood Christian was to blame for his impulsive actions that led to the end of their relationship, and apologized to Megan on Chris's behalf. In conclusion, Sonichu wrote that he would rather not receive any more questions to answer until after January 2021, for he was anticipating returning to Dimension C197, along with Christine's body. On
Okay,
December
but did
6th,
you? But
over
did
on
you?
the Place Discord server within the channel to
Wait, I actually can't remember if during the live, we're only like 20 minutes in, holy shit. I can't remember if during the live we were able to find out if it was still Sonichu in the body.
which Christine's account had no access. Not and Maker Nightv schemed contacting OpusCon 789 or finding out his personal information. After Maker sent him a friend request over Discord, Not disclosed to her a list of OpusCon's social media links and accounts on an array of websites, a revelation that Maker termed beautiful. They also ridiculed the fanfic writer for hiring artists.
Maker meaning Maker Night V? Who's Maker Night V again? Oh my god, it was... The amount of fucking names are out here.
For some artwork used in his stories. Not then shared that he had sent OpusCon a direct message on Kiwi Farms, in which he shared all the social media links he had found. OpusCon then pleaded for him to not look further into his older online activity, as he was younger and admittedly stupid. He took Not's threat of doxing as a reminder to delete his older accounts, and revealed that he was simply writing his stories for fun, and did not want the attention he was receiving.
Boo fuckity
On
who!
December 7th,
Oh my
a
god.
Twitter user tweeted at Christine's account, asking for her opinion on the concept art for the hypothetical cartoon series Adventures of Sonichu the Zaphog, inspired by the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog series of 1992, along with lyrics for a proposed theme song. Sonichu, using Chris's account, replied, writing that for the song, the creator should get a female singer and record it, and make it into an MP3 format sound file. 2 days later, the supposed Sonichu recorded more voice parts for his modified Sonichu mod for Sonic World, playing the parts of Magi-chan and Chris-chan Sonichu.
Your mind is moot. No words, only thought. I shall return. My abilities are hardly insurpassable. Levitate. Apex. Keep calm.
Apex Legend?
Kameha! Time to answer some prayers.
Would I rate this voice work?
Time to
Fucking 12
draw
out of
these
10.
pages up. Hoo-yah! Another page colored in. Boing!
Blue guy,
Breathe
did you
it
hear
in.
that? Boing!
Zoom. Electric hedgehog power! Yep, we gotta see. Meme that up. I've hardly ever earned a D in my education.
But I definitely earned a D in my body. Thank you.
My brain and my mouth may not sync at times, but that was pitiful.
On December 10th, Sonichu tweeted that for the Christmas holidays of that year, instead of gifts, he asked for money to be sent directly to Christine's PayPal account, if people were so inclined.
To be fair, that's so me. It's literally so me. Like at this point, if you're trying to buy me anything, yeah, get me like food. Please. You know what I mean? Like, that's so me.
He further sarcastically dismissed possible future trollsome comments from her followers who may accuse her of using the money for Legos or video games, but assured the hypothetical trolls that this time around the money would be used to keep the family's bank accounts better afloat. The next day, Sonichu, using
That's what
Christine's
they
Twitter
always
account,
say.
advertised the first batch of Sonichu medallions manufactured by Prater, which would be personally approved, certified, and blessed by Chris herself. Sonichu later elaborated that the medallions were replicas made from the cast of the original one, and that some were signed. At around that time, Sonichu began
To be fair, at least they're actually making and sending shit out now. You know what I mean?
developing a new mod for Sonic World, this time modifying the colors of a pre-existing mod which added the Dragon Ball Z anime character Kale to the game, making her appear more
name
like
is
human
Kale?
form Chris-chan, both in her classic Chris formation and her modern feminine form. On December 14th, Sonichu recorded voice acting lines for the Sonic World mod, this time playing the parts of Chris-chan of the past and present.
Kameha! What woman? Shut up, Julie Blue Spike! Let's rock this 4-cent garbage down! Don't trust them haters over there! Sing along! Let's go out and zap to the extreme!
I give them a 20 out of 10 for coming up with ridiculous catchphrases. Do you think I can hire them to come up with my ridiculous catchphrases? I would not hire them. I'm just saying, do you think it's like possible?
Are there any boyfriend-free women out there? If not, that's cool. In the name
If
of love
not,
and honesty.
that's cool. Wait, they have to
On the
actually
news
mention
today,
it still? Why did they
a
mention?
cow. Bathing is better than acting.
On the news today, a lol cow. Oh my god, maybe that should be my new catchphrase. Maybe this is it. Like after Christian, I just become a lol cow like reactor. And every single time I do an intro on my YouTube channel, I'll just go on the news today, a lol cow. We're talking about Boogie 2988. You know what I mean?
That's body spray. Woo yeah! Zoom! Whoosh! Pickle barrel! Revive Zordon! Electric ketchup power! Well, they put my name in the hat.
Okay, there was no reason why Gino had to do him like that. Straight up. Like they had to put
Electric ketchup power!
I understand. How did Gino even hear the fact that it actually is Electra Kedgehog power? Because that's actually how it is.
Revive Zordon! Electric ketchup power!
And I'm like, how did you actually hear that shit? I would have just my brain associated with Electric Hedgehog power.
Well,
wild.
They put my name in the hat and I just won. Don't call me fat. My body is slender, thank you. Christian and the Hedgehog boys, singing along, go rock and joy. Sonic's arms are not blue.
Oh my god! So they really are just milking like their old shit also.
An F in English? Ugh! Another bunch of haters bite the dust, and another one gone, another one gone, another one gone.
That actually was awful. Out of all of them, I think that was awful.
I'll show you. Chaos Control!
Listening to it at half speed?
Taste my
Nope,
aura.
this is full speed.
Commodore 64, the pro computer with pro power. Leroy
Jenkins!
Here's how we do it with Byzantine results. Gah!
What does that even fucking mean?
Calm mind, clear mind, meditate.
Oh!
Let's go.
Okay. That was like old.
good
Okay. That truly was Christian classic, saying like stuff from way back then that they're known for. And this is who they are now as a person.
Day between dimensions. 7 rings in my hand.
On that same day, the supposed Sonichu uploaded the mod onto Game Banana, which was promptly flagged for spam. Sonichu wrote in the mod's description, ****, before you go off typing in the comments section, know that A. I'm fully aware of the mods I've been uploading being essentially texture changes, but they all do have different and new voice clips that you all are missing out on by not being able to download the mods for yourselves. B. I know the pictures are bad. I do not know what button to press on this laptop to screen cap better.
So true. That's so me. I also do not know what button to press on this computer to do shit better.
I did, I certainly would have done so already. And C. I know you damned bunch of hater and bad trolls are here on the hunt of just about anything that is Chris-chan or Sonichu related. Well, this is not your place to hate on what we have on here. And a lot of mods for just about any game are retextures and revoices, but you do not see anyone that is not a hater or bad complaining. I do not. There is no difference between skin and texture, because it's essentially basing off of an existing character base from the original game. Therefore, all of you Jule effing lovers can shut the hell up. With that said, this is a retextured mod of a DBZ.
Damn, they have new ways to call haters now, dude. They call them Jule effing lovers. Holy. Jule lovers?
Fighter to represent Christine Weston Chandler Sonichu in her human form. You get her in 2
Kai,
variants,
stop
her
it.
present
You're too
attire
sweet. I
and her
love you.
classic
You're so
shirt.
fucking
They
cute.
both respectively have different sets of voice clips, new ones that are memeable on the classic variant. And the modern
Definitely
one has 3
memeable.
bonus voice clips within its folder, and they each are wearing the signature Sonichu medallion, even though it doesn't show so easy in the above photographs. Download today. Do not complain, comment, nor flag this mod, and enjoy. Okay? I, Sonichu Prime, have just had it about up to beyond 7 feet with this dimension and you poisonous lot.
Then leave,
and I know
bitch.
you all are just laughing it up for the freaking lulz reading this. But mark my words, you all will be judged and sentenced by Christian herself, and the other deities as well.
Okay. Okay. Do it. Strike me down, my dude. Strike me down.
And one more thing,
I've been waiting.
I genuinely am not on this website for any freaking points. I am only using this platform for sharing these add-ons with you all. Good day. The supposed Sonichu also wrote a comment defending his mod as a simple texture change and posted it to the accounts of at least 5 individuals who had seemingly left disparaging remarks on Sonichu's profile page. Sonichu's Christian mod was removed for improper crediting and wrong category placement 3 days after publishing.
So it was actually just
On
removed, not
December
even for
16th,
hate. It really
in
was like,
response
oh,
to
by
a
the
news
way,
article on Twitter,
you didn't
which
credit
stated
properly,
that a statue
bitch.
commemorating controversial Confederate General Robert E. Lee in Virginia would be replaced.
Oh,
Chris, using her alternate Magichan Sonichu account, wrote in reply that it should be replaced with a statue of Christy Weston Chandler Sonichu.
Oh my god, you're so right.
2
Magichan,
days
you're
later,
so
Chris
right.
has Sonichu using Chris's account wrote a tweet thread claiming that they intended to work with an expert modder who could help him create playable levels in Sonic World, modeled after Quickville, and possibly Charlottesville as well, among other scenery concepts. During this time, Chris modified and published another Sonichu mod for Sonic World by recoloring Cirrus Fire's Sonichu model to mostly white and calling it a shiny Sonichu, inspired by the rare shiny form of Pokemon, with the distinction of having the shiny Sonichu mod retain the voice acting as recorded by Cirrus Fire in 2017. On December 17th, Cirrus Fire wrote a comment on Sonichu's Game Banana page, complaining that they did not give permission for Sonichu to repost their original mod with just an altered voice pack, and could have instead only created a new voice pack mod that could be added to Cirrus Fire's original mod.
Fair.
Very well, there, my friend. Lead the way.
By Cirrus Fire's request,
Damn, the mic even
moderators of Game
sucks.
Banana removed Sonichu's Sonichu mod because he did not have sufficient permission to release it. On December 19th, Chris's Discord account was temporarily kicked from the Sonic World Discord server, with the administrator clarifying that it was because Sonichu had been stealing mods without permission.
They still wrote with like the other pronouns also.
After receiving a warning, Sonichu rejoined the server.
Oh,
On December 20th, the supposed Sonichu wrote a long Twitter thread addressing the so-called stealing of mods. He wrote that he wasn't stealing since he was giving credit to the original creators of the mods in the descriptions, and that he was learning how to use 3D modeling software like Blender and FragMotion so he could have more control over original mods, but was finding it difficult to learn all the intricacies of the programs. Sonichu further admitted that some of the details contained within the mods
wait, did they just say Christian's Sonichu form is female, so it should have the breasts and the heart shape ended? Christian Sonichu is female? How do we know what the difference of Christian Sonichu form versus just Sonichu?
control over original mods, but was finding it difficult to learn all the intricacies of the programs. Sonichu further admitted that some of the details contained within the mods she used that were created by others had some stylistic errors, which he was not presently able to adjust, but thanked Cirrus Fire and Sacktree for their efforts regardless. He apologized for being perceived as an erroneous mod thief,
I
but
too would like to
explained
be
that he still had much to
apologize for
learn,
being
given
perceived.
the fact that he was born as a Pichu in 2003 and had many times defended Quickville, in addition to helping out Planet Earth and checking out other dimensions. He closed by stating Christian's followers ought to have been grateful for the recently recorded expressions for the Christian mod, such as references to Blue Spike and Christian winning the Sonic the Hedgehog Sega Sweepstakes in 1993. In response, Cirrus Fire wrote on Twitter dismissing Sonichu's apology, highlighting that as he
They really said, by the way, you should be so lucky that I put my internet, legacy on your mod. You should be so lucky.
He understood. Sonichu thought he was justified in republishing Cirrusfire's slightly altered mod because Sonichu had made a shiny Sonichu mod with Cirrusfire's voice recordings. On Christmas Day, Sonichu through Christine's Twitter account wished her followers a Merry Christmas, repeating the greeting in Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, German, and Russian. On December 26th, the supposed Sonichu confronted Cirrusfire over Discord direct messaging for having his Sonichu mod removed from Game Banana. He defended himself by stating that he gave Cirrusfire proper credit in the description, was in fact Sonichu Prime on whose likeness the mod was based, and that Christine owned their intellectual property and all that. Sonichu reasoned that he believed they were on.
Pull the fucking papers out. I mean, I get that Christine is the main. You know what? How is that actually? How does that work? Okay, let's think about it. Let's think about it in the non-Christine context. Okay. Somebody made a what do they call that? Like when they make their own like Spider-Man version. What do they call that? They call it their like Spider-Sona? Spider-Sona. Yeah. Okay. Somebody made a Spider-Sona. All right. Obviously the Spider-Sonas, you know, are inspired by an actual other IP, right? Spider-Man. So let's just say like Sonichu obviously is of a formative bait of two different IPs. So somebody made a Spider-Sona and I thought that Spider-Sona is super cool. I'm going to make a mod of that Spider-Sona. Am I stealing? And then they on top of that was like, oh, you know what? Somebody made a mod on my Spider-Sona. That's so cool. Here, let me take this mod and just put my like voice on it. Are they stealing? I mean, the original. Do you know what I mean? So now my question is like, okay, if it wasn't Chris, would this person technically be in the wrong for having made a Sonichu mod without permission? Just food for thought. Everything's stealing. Nobody has unique ideas. Yeah, I can understand that. I agree, you know? That's what they always say. They said, fuck, never mind. There's a phrase that I love to quote. Oh, great artists. Oh, good artists make great artists steal or something like that. Great artists steal. It is good artists borrow, great artists steal. There you go. Classic. Anyways. Making a mod for Sonichu is like a fan-made mod, okay? So Sonichu taking that mod, releasing the new one with their voice lines, quote unquote. Is that not just adding to fan-made stuff? Okay, have a good chicken sandwich. Is it gonna be pan-fried? Air-fried? Or is it just gonna be like, is it like grilled? It should be fine. Well, okay, that's the case then. Because everybody's kind of saying like, oh, Sonichu / Chris stole, right? But they kind of made a point there. We're saying Christine is the main owner of their IP or whatever. Or it's like, well, yours, I mean, you know, you really were inspired by my work. So why are you so upset that I'm taking and building on top of it? Okay, it's because they didn't give credit. Well, they said they gave credit, but I don't even know if they actually did give credit. Super! Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super. Says that's a very heavy and complicated legal question to answer that I don't think can be done reasonably in a super. LOL. Especially because mods are already in a legal gray area by default. Are you? That's so funny. Are you like an attorney? Because I think like it's very interesting. Well, yeah, obviously, I definitely believe in like legal gray areas because there's definitely a lot of gray area for fan made stuff, right? Stuff where you don't like profit and it's all fan stuff. But it's very interesting. I mean, not that I believe that Chris has actual paperwork for their IP because they honestly can't, right? Can they? Can I make a Spider Sona and get copyright paperwork for it? It's really interesting.
On good terms, since the mod was a non-profit bit of data that was updated and made better by the very being on which the mod was based. A gesture which he assumed would make the original modder feel honored. However, Cirrus Fire's so-called misconduct—
Wait, and now we're talking about on the top of that, right? Let's say that I'm a copywriting Lilybell. This Lilybell and Lilybell airs my IP or whatever, okay? And other people are like, well, obviously, you know, it takes from this inspiration and that inspiration. Like, does my IP not work anymore? I don't know. There's a lot of like fun, interesting legal questions.
Conduct made Sonichu feel rejected and was willing to listen to any possible resolution. Cirrus Fire explained that Sonichu's reasons for legitimacy did not give him permission to repost the mod he spent many hours on, and would have gladly allowed for him to release a standalone voice pack mod for Cirrus Fire's Sonichu mod. Sonichu complained that by releasing a voice mod, he would feel honored, on which the mod was not that. Sonichu reasoned that he believed they were on good terms since the mod was a non-profit bit of data that was updated and made better by the very being on which the mod was based.
Not necessarily
which he assumed would make the original modder feel honored. However,
saying, I thought you'd be humbled and honored to have been made famous by our action of sharing your contribution to the communities is so wow. Is so wow. You know what I mean? It's so like, wow.
Cirrus Fire's so-called misconduct made Sonichu feel rejected and was willing to listen to any possible resolution. Cirrus Fire explained that Sonichu's reasons for legitimacy did not give him permission to repost the mod he spent many hours on, and would have gladly allowed for him to release a standalone voice pack mod for Cirrus Fire's Sonichu mod. Sonichu complained that by releasing a voice-only mod, people would not know how to implement it into the game without Cirrus Fire's mod, making it worth as much as garbage. He told the modder to ponder and stew over his ungrateful and selfish actions, for he will be judged upon by Chris herself. Cirrus Fire wrote back that the model was his alone, and Sonichu was not justified in retexturing, plus Sonichu's reposting was against the rules of the Sonic World Discord server. He told Sonichu to ponder and stew over being ungrateful and selfish for not being satisfied with a Sonichu mod that was meant for everyone to enjoy, and noted that in the case of making a voice-only mod, Cirrus Fire's mod could have easily been linked in the description. For this confrontation, the administrator for the Sonic World Discord permanently banned Christine's account from the server.
Damn.
Meanwhile, on the Play's Discord server, Sonichu revealed that all major troll personas of Christian's past, including Blue Spike, Blanca Weiss, and Giuliani, were in fact in Dimension C-197, chronicling all the trolls that were playing as them in Dimension.
Clyde in C-197 actually has chronicled each and every individual in 1218 who played as him, and now with recent drawing, he's no longer human, but a really damaged red Sonichu. You guys, Clyde Cash is also a Sonichu now.
Dimension 1218. This also included Clyde Cash, who was no longer human, and instead a really damaged red Sonichu. Sonichu called for this revelation to be posted on the Kiwi Farms, with the expectation of having multiple people reevaluate their respective troll sonas. On December 27th, Sonichu wrote to the Watchman that Chris's mother Barbara scared him because she continued to sleep even though the two family
have to put that picture of her specifically?
dogs barked and howled loudly in the same room as her, while she could hear Sonichu from upstairs. He further noted that Barbara's face as she slept scared Sonichu. The next day, the supposed Sonichu wrote to the Watchman that after lengthy meditation, he learned about the Avatar State, a defense mechanism seen in the Nickelodeon animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender. which was
Oh my god. Okay, Kari wrote in chat, I wonder what universe I get to dap up Cade 6. And because the little like button is right on top of some of the chat in the like the YouTube chat area, I thought it said, I wonder what universe I get to DP Cade's like up Cade 6. And I was like, huh? Huh? That don't sound like them. That don't sound like Kari. Okay. Sorry, we're back.
After lengthy meditation, he learned about the Avatar State, a defense mechanism seen in the Nickelodeon animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender, which was introduced to him by the troll Isabella Loretta Janke. When asked about her, Sonichu told the Watchman that Bella was a friend of the group Praetor, who had recently created an animated video introduction for Christine. Watchman Nova called the animation gratuitously porny, possibly alluding to the numerous shots up Christine's skirt, giving the audience a glimpse of her white panties. Sonichu did not want to judge Bella for her stylistic integrity, and commented that she was cool to talk with. Later on, one Tom Campbell over Twitter reached out to Christine's account, asking if she or Sonichu would be interested in being interviewed for his audio documentary on Sonic the Hedgehog, perhaps mistakenly typing Chris's name as Chris Kruss. Sonichu replied tentatively with interested in being over Twitter, reached out to Christine's account, asking if she or Sonichu would be interested in being interviewed for his audio documentary on Sonic the Hedgehog, perhaps mistakenly typing Chris's name as Chris Kruss. Sonichu replied tentatively with vague interest, while also clarifying that Chris Kruss was one of Christine's self-counterparts from a universe dominated by the worlds of Dragon Ball Z. On December 29th, the official Twitter account—
Wait, was that like a mistake? Was that a fucking mistake? And they just went with it and was like, that's actually my Dragon Ball Z form? Like, hello?
For the My Little Pony themed convention, BabsCon announced that due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the convention had to be delayed again, now scheduled to be held in April 2022. 45 minutes after the announcement, possibly in response to these news, Chris Sonichu wrote in the place, as well as publicly on Twitter, that the merge was on, writing that they reached the apex less than 12 hours before, and that he and Chris's body were doing their part in focusing their power and energy into the event.
So the merge was happening in 2020.
2021, the alleged Sonichu wished on Twitter for Christine's followers to have a happy year 2021, and for everyone to stay safe and well in the days ahead. When asked about the whereabouts of the dimensional merge, Sonichu replied that it was right in front of them, but the user's clouded judgment, dense with cynicism, prevented them from seeing and feeling it fully. On the 3rd, Sonichu received a package from a troll, which consisted of a bottle of wine, a bag of gummy candy, a jar of dill pickles, and a 5-page letter with names of individuals Christine was to contact.
Okay, but I've never heard of that vineyard. I'm going to look for it right now. Matthew Fox Vineyard? Vineyards? Whew. Yes, I'm 21. Thank you. Oh, that looks like a very light cab. Oh, their shard looks... Let's see. Matthew Fox Vineyards. Ratings. That. 3.9, not bad. Somebody said average rating 3.2. Not the worst. Oh, low price range generally. That's why $10. Understood. Sorry, needed to make sure. Needed to make sure about the wine. I'm the wine gal, you know.
Later that day, the troll, using the alias Miss L, text messaged Christine's phone, asking about the package. Miss L claimed to be the assistant to the Grand Master of El Anon, parodying the concept of QAnon, an apparent high-level US government official that initially posted on 4chan regarding President Donald Trump's battles against the cabal of satanic cannibalistic pedophiles that were the true rulers of the entertainment industry and the government. Sonichu wrote in reply that he read through the partially rain-damaged letters and took note of the gifts. He expressed his trepidation at continuing communications on the count of the association past trolling sagas had with Pickles, and also the use of Anon, meaning anonymous, in the—
I literally forgot that, like, Pickles was even a thing in this lore. But I remember now, after they had mentioned it. Bro, this lore is so convoluted and, like, wild. You need all 80 parts, bro, if you wanted to see everything and understood it.
Group's name. He claimed that Magi-chan, Chris, and other psychics and deities knew generally who Miss L was, and foresaw all possible futures concerning her, and with some hesitation, Sonichu agreed to continue the correspondence. The next day, Miss L replied, explaining that El Anon was a shortened form of the Society's original French name, translating as the Anonymous Society of the
Everybody
Transreality,
immediately going,
specializing
Cabal!
in other worlds and dimensions. Miss L told Sonichu that they would submit a letter of membership in his name to the Society. Later that day, she updated Sonichu with an alleged list of Twitter handles of other members of the Society who were interested in speaking with him. Meanwhile, Sonichu transcribed the letter he received and sent it to the Watchman for consideration, which largely consisted of El Anon's previous experiences with alternate dimensions. The Watchman immediately dismissed the letter.
My question is, how do you, like, not know? You know what I mean? Like, if you're so all-seeing, how do you not know whether or not this, like, why do you have to talk to your Knights of the Round Table out here?
And package as a trolling ploy, but Sonichu intended to carry on speaking with them. Nova suggested that Sonichu should reach out to Null about Miss L, but Sonichu instead insisted that they should keep this a secret from Null.
Excuse me? Cali wine, white wine, no less? Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Huh? California wine is some of, like, the greatest New World wines. And dude, white wine has its place. I understand that everybody likes red wine, okay? And everybody just listen, white wine is beautiful and has a wonderful place among seafood and casual days.
Until they found out more information by themselves.
Willie is biased?
Because their intentions
I'm not
may still be
biased.
pure,
Go take
given
the-
the
go
links
look
they
at the
went to
fucking
by sending
ratings.
Sonichu gifts,
They actually
which the
get a
others
lot of,
highlighted
like,
could be
Napa Valley
purchased from
rewards are
any given
ridiculous.
gas station for $10. On January 13th, the troll behind the Miss L Trollsona began contacting
You
the
prefer
supposed
white wine?
Sonichu
I actually
under
like
the
white
alias
wine a
Larry
lot.
Vaughn,
I
modeling
like red.
and
I mean,
naming
I like all
himself
wine,
after
right? I'm like a
supporting
wine
character
person. I'm
in the
sorry. We're
19th
going to talk about wine for a little bit. I'm a wine person, right? So I like both, but white wine is a little bit just nicer, buttery, smooth, sometimes, right? If you drink like I do, where my favorite white wine is a Chard. Chard is short for Chardonnay, and I feel like I can just have that throughout the day. But especially with New World wines, see, Old World wines like Italian and French and you know, some of that, they're a little bit on the lighter side. So you can have a red wine just chilling throughout the day. But New World wine, you know, usually like Napa, Paso, stuff like that, I feel like is really, really heavy and incredibly tannic. And that makes it really hard to drink throughout the day. That's usually something I would, you know, drink while I have to eat something hefty, you know, like the usual steak. Sorry. Do I prefer a Chard with fish or do I like Sauv Blanc? I honestly prefer Chard with seafood. Obviously, a good Sauv Blanc. I'm not against any specific types of grapes, obviously. It depends on it depends on whatever my fucking mom brings whenever we eat seafood because I can't afford it. Really. But if I was to have a choice, and luckily my mom also prefers Chard. We're Chard people. Yeah, no whining, chat. It's a wine time. I don't like the taste of alcohol, so I take sweet drinks like Coca-Cabana. That's not the actual lyric, but or pina coladas. Those sound really good also. I actually go for those a lot whenever I'm on like vacation. Well, not anymore maybe. Now that I like drink whiskey too much. I think but if I ever get to go on vacation and depends, sometimes they usually have a deal on like the sweeter drinks like pina coladas and like frozen margaritas. I'm like, hell yeah. Sounds like a discount to me. Let's go. Copacabana. Yeah, it is. Hard seltzer is the way to go. I get that. That's a good daily But if wine wasn't so fucking filled with sugars and carbs, I would have that bitch all day long. The Europeans do it. Why can't I?
Till they found out more
let's
information
go.
by themselves, because their intentions may still be pure, given the lengths they went to by sending Sonichu gifts, which the others highlighted could be purchased from any given gas station for $10. On January 13th, the troll behind the Miss L Trollsona began contacting the supposed Sonichu under the alias Larry Vaughn, modeling and naming himself after a supporting character in the 1975 film Jaws. He portrayed himself as another member of the El Anon Society, expressing his excitement at Christine or Sonichu joining them.
Wait, so weird, this fucking set of DMs here, bro.
From any given gas station for $10. On January 13th, the troll behind the Miss L Trollsona began contacting the supposed Sonichu under the alias Larry Vaughn, modeling and naming himself after a supporting character in the 1975 film.
Make sure to add those folks on Twitter, though. Make sure to add them on Twitter, though. That sounds sus.
Jaws. He portrayed himself as another member of the El Anon
We're just excited for you to join us, is all, and follow
Society.
us. And they said, and lead you all. We shall lead you all. They really were just like, by the way, I'm not following shit. I'm leading you, okay? Don't get it twisted now.
Expressing his excitement at Christine or Sonichu joining them. Over the next couple of days, Vaughn encouraged Sonichu to contact a number of people via Twitter.
Oh, wait. So who's Vaughn?
On Society,
'Cause they said
expressing his
Mr. Vaughn
excitement at
here.
Christine or Sonichu
What?
joining them. Over the next couple of days, Vaughn encouraged
Hey, so a few people have messaged me asking about who Miss L is. Just say Mr. Vaughn sent you. So I thought this was... Okay, never mind. I'm not confused anymore. I'm not confused.
Sonichu to contact a number of people via Twitter direct messaging.
Doomcock. What a wonderful name. Nothing like Death Grip Coochie though.
Under the guise that they were all members of El Anon. Sonichu was coached in what to say.
Oh my god, vote, cast your votes right now. Who would win in a fight, Doomcock or Death Grip Coochie?
And if the Twitter users expressed not knowing about El Anon, Vaughn told him that they may be speaking in code. When Sonichu asked for a more identifiable message to send them instead of Mr. Vaughn sent me, Larry Vaughn requested that he send them a pseudo-biblical quote focusing on King Solomon of ancient Israel. However, respondents continued to respond to Sonichu's words with bewilderment. Vaughn claimed that confused expressions simply consisting of the word "what" were a sign that the Twitter users understood. Sonichu expressed his annoyance at coded messages. Sonichu and Vaughn's conversation also revealed that Sonichu had been tasked with messaging German lolcow Rainer Winkler, also known as Drakenlord, who was contacted in German concerning contact with characters in other dimensions and other versions of himself. Chris S. Sonichu also publicly on Twitter asked Winkler to respond privately. The Drakenlord's Twitter account turned out to be a troll creation. On January 15th, Larry Vaughn ordered Sonichu to contact all Twitter users from the provided list a supposed ciphered message, which purportedly detailed a secret meeting that was to take place. The coded message was in fact a segment of a lewd letter to a desired female written by 1920s serial killer Albert Fish. The text Sonichu was to send read,
"How the fuck?" How the fuck are you already... Are you actually still falling for this shit? This is not even that deciphered.
"Tell me when you want to do
even
number
that
2.
ciphered. Look at this.
I will take you over my knees, pull up your clothes, take down your drawers, and hold my mouth to your sweet honey fat ass holes and XXX, XXXX, XXX. Eat your sweet peanut butter, and as it comes out, fresh and hot." That is how they do it in Hollywood. You won't need toilet paper to wipe your sweet pretty fat ass, as I shall eat it all. XXX, XXX, XX, XXX of it, then lick your sweet ass clean with my tongue.
Damn, that serial killer. Wow. That sure is a letter. That sure is a fucking letter.
Sonichu requested a non-explicit version of the ciphered message instead.
Okay, well, how did you not already see that this is a fucking troll at this point, dude? How did you not fucking see that, dude?
Vaughn claimed that the deciphering machine members of the society used required the
Geno's
specific
20?
characters of
What do
the
you mean
message
Geno's
to be
20?
arranged
Wait, what do you mean Gino is 20?
in the order of that paragraph in order for meaning to be correctly decoded. Vaughn insisted that everyone receiving Sonichu's message would understand. Among those contacted with the Albert Fish quote was YouTuber Rogue Internet Man,
Oh,
who at the time
no.
was primarily creating Chris-chan content, who tweeted out screenshots of
no.
Sonichu's messages, theorizing that Christine's account had been hacked. A couple of other Twitter users also shared their screenshots of seemingly Christine sending them unusual messages. Null understood this as an act Christine was coaxed into doing by a troll and advised her against.
Honestly, what's even crazier is it kind of does sound like somebody else because they really wrote right here. Oh, wait, no. Oh, never mind. It's from,
Understood
okay, never
this
mind.
as an act Christine was coaxed into doing by a troll and advised her against bringing attention to her messages concerning excrement consumption. On January 17th,
Once again, Null still doing this after all this time is like, it's very interesting. It's truly like, I don't think I mean, I know they have their own life, but like, how much of your own life can you really have when you're doing this continuously all the time? You know what I mean? What? This time it's Sonichu falling for it, not Christine. Pay attention. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You're so right. What am I even saying? God.
her messages concerning excrement consumption. On January 17th, this as an act Christine was coaxed into doing by a troll and advised her against bringing attention to her messages concerning excrement consumption. On January 17th,
Excrement consumption, but that's part of what that's part of what the quote unquote ciphered message was. The ciphered message was literally like describing eating shit from like someone's asshole, remember? Written by like a former, like a serial killer from like a million years ago. Remember that? Okay, just remember, it's not Sonichu or Christine's words, technically.
Sonichu brought attention to her messages concerning excrement consumption on Twitter, citing them as a voluntary mistake and apologized for it. Null then criticized Chris for bringing attention to her messages concerning excrement consumption. The supposed Sonichu wrote back that the apology had to be publicized in order for the so-called tie cutting to commence, while Null wrote back that this only gave the troll attention and would hurt Christine's reputation in the long run, hoping she would show more restraint in the future.
Dude, he's trying so hard. Null is trying so hard still? Are you serious?
No matter if their true intentions were for better or worse, Christine would prove time and time again that she would only listen to those who encouraged her beliefs of an idyllic universe that could right all her wrongs and change her life for the better.
I love that it's the end of part 80, but it's not even the end of 2020. You know what I mean? Yeah, at some point, like, honestly, I really couldn't. I really couldn't. And if I was Null's fucking wife, wait, I forgot. Did Null end up getting, like, divorced? Why do I have some, like, weird memory that Null got divorced? And I was like, and I had specifically been like, I don't know, man. Like, no offense, but if you were obsessed with trying to help Chris, I too would not be okay with that. It is in 2021? Is it? Pretty sure this was still like, let's check a tweet real quick. Oh, the tweets don't have the date on them. I thought this was still like the end of 2020. I thought Null like had a family. Oh, this is now 2021. You're right. Because this is December 31st, 2020. You're right. You're right. I thought that they originally had a family and then this is... Okay, no, but she threatened him if he didn't distance himself from looking after Chris Chan so much. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't even blame her. I really don't even blame her. The fact that Null is still doing this and dealing with this, like, why? They're like, I get it. Like, they're just a good person and they're just doing, like, they're doing the Lord's work, obviously, but the Lord's work is like, one must imagine Sisyphus as someone who was trying to help Chris Chan from realizing the people that want to harm them and from, you know, trying to get them better. One must imagine Sisyphus. For real, honestly. Okay. Time for me to use a bathroom, and then we're gonna head over and watch some of the Christine stuff. Let's just say things will get shocker, but I'll taser you this. What the fuck? What the? Who gets fucking tasered? Maybe he was trying to make up for the stuff that he did to Chris in the past? Nah, dude. It couldn't even, like... I don't even think he did all the worst shit, firstly. Secondly, like... I don't know. This is beyond it now. You know what I mean? This is beyond guilt now. I think it's, at this point, it's just, like... an innate human drive feeling that somebody gave him. I don't know, it's weird. Weird. D2 TWAB is out? Of course the TWAB is out. Thank you. I appreciate it. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I took a long time. You must be sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, she probably took a giant shit or something. Nope. I was making myself a little snack plate. Because I went to the gym earlier today and all I had was a protein shake. Oh, oh my goodness. My back! I can't tell if it's sore or if it's like, whatever. What's the snack? Was it a good shake? Yeah. It was a protein. I like this protein shake. It was Syntha 6 and it tastes really good, but it's 200 calories, which is generally higher than some of the other protein shakes I've had. My snack is 9 pepperoni chips. They're turkey pepperoni chips with 65% less fat and 2 Frigo cheese heads. Okay, let's go find some quickie. Let's go find the Quickville Guardian. Why haven't they changed their name at this point, honestly? We have a shit ton of Angelina Rose Chew Christmas plays. We have 5 parts of it and a little 52-second thing of them playing games. Let's go. What's about laziness? Alrighty, are we ready? I have no idea anything about these, honestly. I only know that I think you could buy some of these, like, some of the papers where these are like made from or made on or drawn on or whatever. I think you can buy it on Etsy, but besides that, I have no idea. So, okay. It's not just Left Ear Only, thank God at least. This has ended up being an all Sonichu and Rose Chew play, not because of segregation, but due to the volunteers who signed up for the auditions being literally 85% local Sonichu and Rose Chew. Segregation? This would become the very first stage performance of an all Sonichu and Rose Chew cast ever. A landmark and massive undertaking. Wow. I wouldn't have even considered the fucking word segregation. Now I'm like sussed out, bro. Cool. Wow, look, we're watching history.
The Life and Times of Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
A Christmas play by Angelica Rose
Oh no, it actually is Left Ear Only. Can we get some subtitles on?
Chew. Read by me, Mrs. Jesus Christine Weston Chandler, Sonichu Prime.
No.
Since August
The caption sucked.
2005, after Angelica had her past visions confirmed about I, as Jesus Christ of Nazareth, reincarnated, and Magic Chan Sonichu Prime shortly after had taken Angelica Rose Chew back in time to meet and talk with Jesus himself before his death on the cross and resurrection. Angelica was inspired after returning to August 2005 to write an updated, more accurate play of the life and times of Jesus to be debuted in December 2005.
What the fuck?
This ended up becoming an all Sonichu and Rose Chew play, not because of segregation, but due to the volunteers who signed up for the auditions being literally around 85% being of the local Sonichus and Rose Chews, including Sonichu Prime and Rosie Rose Chew Prime themselves. And
yeah, so I think that Christian, instead of calling them Jesus, they're calling them in like the Jesus, like Jesus. So
around 10
the
out
subtitle
of
thing is on
15%
screen.
of the
What?
volunteering humans auditioned
What do you mean the subtitle thing is on?
for the role of Jesus. Also, the rounding down physical height allowed for better eye contact between the actors. This would become the very first stage performance of an all Sonichu and Rose Chew cast ever. A landmark and massive undertaking. After all the auditions in late October 2005
Who does all the voices?
at Angelica's church, and without typecasting, for they all portrayed their auditions respect, Magic Chan himself went for and earned the role of Jesus' psychic Sanchu partner, Lavesh Sanchu. Various regular and special Sanchus and Roshus made up these secondary and background individuals. Inuyasha Sanchu and even Nightstar Sanchu Prime got word and auditioned as well. Then they stayed in Quakeville for throughout November and December to be in the play after earning their roles.
Well, okay, can we
Angelica
just
was
watch
the
the play?
narrator and the Holy Ghost angel. Some of the actors got multiple roles in the play, but the secondary parts were with less lines anyway. Nightstar, Inuyasha, and Perceptor played the three wise individuals who brought the gold, frankincense, and myrrh. A regular male Sanchu who had a family with a female Sanchu and had a youthful male Sani, as well as their trainer partner and his
They're
family.
just saying words, Ed boy. I also don't technically know what they're saying.
Played Joseph. Constantinople and Lin Sanchu's son, Danny Sani, played Danny played
Oh my
young
God.
Jesus. Another trainer with a female Rosie, Rosenla Rosie, she played young Mary Magdalene with a few other Sanis playing as Jesus' childhood friends. Kristalina Rose, she played the Virgin Mary.
Okay.
A
Okay.
plush Sanchu filled the role of baby Jesus. Danny also played the little drummer boy.
Just
Jamsa Sanchu played Herod the king, the devil that tempts Jesus, as well as Satan.
a reminder that this is supposed to be a retelling, a quote unquote more accurate retelling of the story of Jesus. As apparently Angelica Rose 2 went back in time and personally met and talked with Jesus with using Magic Chan's help, and then came back to 2005 and wrote this. Or yeah.
Cardboard cutouts took the role of demons in the hell realm where Jesus slayed Satan and freed and forgiven the former sinners. The imprisoned sinners were played by various regular Sanchus and Roshus. Punchy Sanchu played Peter, Wild Sanchu played Lazarus, John the Baptist, and John. Bubbles Roshu played Elizabeth, Anna, and the Pharisee woman. Cal Sanchu of the Psychic Squadron played Judas.
Just in case you don't,
Perceptor
just in
also
case you've
played
never met these
Pilate.
Sonichus or don't remember them.
Nestor played Barabbas. Inuyasha also played James. Rosie played young adult Mary Magdalene and adult Mary Magdalene. And Sanchu Prime himself played as Jesus Christ. And also Lolisa Roshu, she played Lazarus' sister Martha. And also Christian Chandler Sanchu, myself, counterpart, scene 197.5 there.
This is part 1 of the play. There's 15 minutes to it, and the first 5 minutes is, and we're not even done the intro.
He had, back in that day, when
Yeah,
before the
Inuyasha. That's
transition
what they
to
said.
womanhood, he had a role at the end of the play as Jesus Christ in present-day life as Jesus Christ in Western Chandler Sanchu Prime. I've written out the play as it was, leaving some scenes out, but I've written up to 11 pages on this, so there won't be much left out from Angelica's play.
To be fair,
As it was
they
on
think they are the
Saturday,
reincarnation
December
of Jesus,
17th,
so.
2005. And this was his Saturday before the third Sunday of December that year. The show went on. In addition to Jamstep promoting the show with Rosie and everyone at station KCWC, the reporters of the Quickfield Press and local news media got a good taste of the play from the rehearsals. The reviews
Honestly, this being your first, nobody's first interaction of Christian is this. Because you'd be gone by now. You'd have come in and been like, okay, this is boring, and left. If this is their first interaction. They have to know the story of Chris for them to even give a shit and watch this shit.
more or positive, giving the play as it stood a 4 out of 5 star rating. The ticket sales sold out as the play was held at
we're
the
getting to watch a
spacious
sold-out show,
George
you guys.
Lewis Howe Theater in the northwest section of the metropolis of Quickville. Psychic Squadron Sanchez and
No
Roshi's
Zero
and
Two,
security
because
guards were hired
according to
ensure
Chris,
nothing
Chris
went
is
wrong.
Jesus.
Even Team Rocket
Chris is
and
Jesus.
all hating,
We're singing
really dark
Weston
types
Chandler.
with
Jesus
hate-filled
Christine.
violent
Weston
intentions
Chandler.
were all barred from entering. Liquid Chew and Blake, as they were in disguise at the time with their fur color changed and all to blend in, they were taking a break for themselves and they were able to get in and watch the show. Blake was looking forward to watching Bubbles perform.
The
Marilyn
whole
Walsh and
story
Savannah
of
Roche
every single
also
person that's
bought
there
tickets to simply enjoy the rarity. This
trying
rarity
to
of a
get
show.
in and out. Like,
Rollo Lambez, who was Jamster Sanchu's best friend and partner and former DJ at KCWC.
Team Rocket was banned, but the
Sanketh,
fact that they don't think that
Jareth,
a serial
Raven
killer is
Lamique,
banned.
Kathy Newmar. These individuals are going to be
Because they quote-unquote changed their way.
They'll be brought up earlier
Wild.
once I get everything sorted out. And Robert and Barbara Chandler, Team 97, have any other good and supportive
Oh, I'm so
citizens of
sorry. Give me 1
Quickville?
second, you guys. I have to be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was like a call from my landlord. And I was like, I'm not gonna miss this call, bro. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Anyways.
And even some kind individuals from Charlottesville, Richmond, D.C., and other cities of Virginia, they all came out to enjoy this landmark Alsanchi and Roshi performance. Grips were ready to change the scenes between acts.
What are
Chris
you
had
reading from,
volunteered to
dude?
grip as well. The grips were
Like,
composed of humans and psychic squadrons.
I would
Psychics and
understand
Roshi.
if this was like an intro that Angelica wrote for the Christmas play, but is this like a retelling of the news when the play had happened?
And Pokemon. Video cameras were recording the entire play. The print programs also had the note at the bottom, quote, as cited from the scriptures that are holy,
No, my
as well
landlord
as
said you were
further
pretty.
confirmations from divine guidances and visions that permit a personal experience and enlightenments. End quote. Angelica Roshi put that in. The show started at 8:00 p.m. Angelica in her long white gown stepped into
Axel,
the
you
spotlight
saying
of
that
the
makes me
stage
feel
to
like
center
they are
from behind
just
the
reading
curtains.
it.
She takes a deep breath as the audience is silent. Angelica starts, "Welcome, everyone." And she says that loud and well for everyone to hear. "Welcome, everyone, to this humble reenactment of the life of Jesus Christ, who was our Lord and still is. But Jesus was also the one avatar, and when life on earth began, he appeared as a large turtle, then transformed into a human who had been around even before God, who was known to a lot of..."
Yeah, just to let you guys know, this is no longer the documentary. This is now from Riss's YouTube channel where they uploaded 5 parts of this play. This is part 1.
Of people. The Avatar lived long and guided all in the name of God as the God of gods, with insights and wisdoms and the holy light powers spanning from the heavens and the very core of our universe. Then through God Emmanuel, the Avatar had their very first reincarnation ever and was born in Bethlehem by the Virgin Mary. So now we take you all to the 6th month of when Mary was with child. Angelica bows, spans her wings as the curtain opens, and she flies above the stage to the audience applause, and the reveal of Crystalina as Mary Magdalene sitting in a chair. I'm sorry, the Virgin Mary. Bring the mic for a moment.
Oh no! Okay, that's
Angelica,
fine.
as the angel Gabriel descends and startles Mary a bit, the angel said to Mary, "Hark! For you are highly favored, the Lord is with you. You are blessed among women." What is going on here? Fear not, Mary. Behold, from your womb you shall conceive and bring birth to a son, and he shall be named Jesus. He shall be great and called the Son of the Highest, and God shall give him his father David's throne. He shall reign forever over the house of Jacob, with no end to his kingdom. How shall this be so? The Holy Ghost shall come to you, and the power of the Highest shall overwhelm you. Therefore he that shall be born of you be called Son of God.
Wait. Huh? Wait. Huh? Huh? Somebody. Huh? Okay, alright, whatever. Okay, alright. This is literally just, yeah, this is literally just the Bible. Oh my god, I'm finally gonna get to, like, hear the Bible. But, like, with all the names different, obviously.
Your cousin Elizabeth is also with child in her 6th month when she was barren. With God nothing shall be impossible.
Wait. So they're saying when she was barren, which means that she also had child without being pregnant naturally. That's what they're saying, right?
I see. I am the
Is that what it's about to happen? If was anybody here that was here yesterday night, or not here specifically yesterday night, but that was at my tarot card reading with Mona yesterday night? Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining first class. I appreciate it. You were lurking? Do you remember what was said? At Morgana's? Yeah. Is this about to be me? Is this about to be me?
maiden of the Lord, I shall do my best by your word. Angelica flew up into the rafters above the stage. Mary knocks on a nearby door with Bubbles in a dress and with pillow above her belt under the dress as Elizabeth on the other side of the door. Mary entered and saw Elizabeth with child and holy light in her aura. Then Mary said, "You are blessed with child, dear cousin." Elizabeth responded.
Is Elizabeth a real person in the Bible?
"Yes, Mary, I have been blessed by the Holy Ghost. His name shall be John. I too have been visited by the Holy Ghost and have a son, and he shall be the Lord." "This is indeed great news, Mary." The scene quickly changes as the grips remove the chairs and the door. A red rug and a throne is quickly placed as a piano plays a tune of Psalm 140. James the Sanju in kingly attire sits on the throne. Angelica narrates as the scene
There's so many
transitions.
Johns in the world.
As Mary is conceived, word of her child and the coming of prophecy of the Lord reached ears far and wide. When King Herod heard of this child,
Mr. Psychic, it's Jesus Christine Weston Chandler, actually.
With the chief priest and scribe having told Herod the Lord would be born in Bethlehem as prophesied, Herod made his choice. The spotlight shines on Jansa as Herod, and nearby a regular Sanchi playing the messenger. Herod tells the messenger, "Summon the wise men."
Yes, sir.
The messenger runs off the stage, then announces,
Announcing the wise men, sire.
"Enter Nightstar Sanchi."
Okay, to be
Inuyasha
fair,
Sanchi, and Perceptor Sanchi.
that was not
dressed
the
in their
worst
royal
voice,
long
but they
robes as
did.
the three wise women. To pretty much get this accurate. The three of them bow then
Dude, the obsession with the women. The obsession with women, even changing the three wise men to three wise women to quote unquote get it accurate. You know what I mean?
rise. Inuyasha says,
You summoned us, sire?
Yeah, that's okay, Albastar, though.
"Yes, I've heard the
Apparently,
king
it's
of
just
the
not
Jews
working
is to be
today.
born in the east. Go to Bethlehem and find a child. After you have found him,
I apologize.
let me know, so I may come and worship him also." The wise
Is this a
women
fever
look
dream?
amongst
I
each
fucking
other as
hope.
they hear
I
the
fucking
intent
wish.
of Herod's words. Inuyasha responds,
As you wish, sire. We shall make delight in our search.
Yeah, you did say Inuyasha, right? Inuyasha responded as one of the three wise women or something.
The wise women look amongst each other as they hear the intent of Herod's words. Inuyasha responds,
As you wish, sire. We shall make delight in our search.
the three wise men leave and relocate to another part of the stage to receive a bag each. The spotlight is removed from Jansa and lit upon Nightstar, Inuyasha, and Perceptor. They speak as they walk in place as the throne and rug are removed from the stage.
My favorite wise woman,
starts.
Inuyasha.
Did you see the glint in the king's eye as he spoke?
Perceptor speaks.
Surely, I perceive Herod has other intentions with the child. Ah, no doubt.
Inuyasha speaks.
But we have to do as the king wants. At least we will be worshipful with the child.
The other two nod.
If when you die, Chris's version of heaven is real, would you ask to go to hell instead? Chris's version of heaven being real is the hell. Firstly. Secondly, there's no chance that I would be able to go to heaven regardless if, you know, if I die, I was gonna say, if I die, motherfuckers.
Inuyasha.
Well, I brought frankincense for the family. What did you two get?
Perceptor responds.
I have some myrrh. It's scented
Murder! I have some myrrh. Murder!
And the nicer says,
I got a bag of gold. Gold? Inuyasha asked. What a way to outdo us, Nightstar. If it's any consolation, this was my recent bonus.
Perceptor points up.
I see the star of our Lord shining more bright. Come, gentlemen, let's make haste.
The other two nod.
Thought it was the gentle women? Hello? God. Quit being so fucking sexist. Okay, great. Christmas play by Angelica Rose, true. Part 2. Apparently...
The spotlight turns off as the manger scene is brought out. Angelica descends onto the stage and addresses the audience as the spotlight shines upon her.
And they were in the same country, shepherds, abiding in fields, keeping watch over their flock at night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came unto them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were so afraid, and the angel said unto them, Fear not. For behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto
Be not
you is born
afraid.
This day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God and say, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men.
The stage became fully lit, revealing Crystalina as Mary and Constantinople as Joseph in the manger, with a calm.
So, okay, now this... I know this was supposed to be about it's Christianity updates, right? But can somebody tell me who Joseph is? Is Joseph Mary's husband? Joseph is Mary's husband. Okay. So Jesus is Joseph's son? Is Joseph God? Or is it kind of like one of those surrogate things? I know that Jesus is God's son, but is Joseph God? An adoptive dad. Okay. Is it cucking or is it like surrogacy? Bible study. I can't believe this is what's actually gonna get me to understand the Bible. What's the difference? Yeah, who are the three random, are they like the village wise men? Stepdad. Okay. Alrighty, whatever.
Trained Mudbray, Harit, and Tauros right by them, looking into the basket with the plush sign she wrapped in cloth in the basket. Wild, punchy, and Magichan, dressed in shepherd's clothes, approached.
Did you go to a Catholic school? Or is this Christianity? Wait, Christianity, Catholicism is under the tree of Christianity? You know what? We're moving on.
The manger and praise the baby as Angelica flies back above the stage. The three wise men approached as the piano started playing Little Drummer Boy, and they sing. Danny Sani approaches as well and plays the drum upon him. At the end of the song, the lights are cut and spotlight is shown upon Joseph, and Angelica tells Joseph,
Wake, Joseph, for Herod the king seeks to slay the young child. Flee to Egypt.
Is it Angelica
until when I tell
telling
you
or
the saints
Mary
return.
telling?
Go, now.
Joseph picks up the basket with the babe, grabs Mary by the hand, and they exit stage left. The lights cut off as the pianist plays a tremor of notes expressing fright as Herod's shadow looms on the stage's curtain as it closes over the empty manger. Herod shouts loudly, The wise men have mocked me. It doesn't matter, for I shall slay all the children of Bethlehem myself.
What? Who does this? Who does this? What? Oh my god. It's juicy.
Over the empty manger. Herod shouts loudly as it pressing fright as Herod's shadow looms on the stage's curtain as it closes over the empty manger. Herod shouts loudly, The wise men have mocked me. It doesn't matter, for I shall slay all the children of Bethlehem myself. Sounds of screams and weeping come from the female actors off stage as the piano tune chimes out.
Why does Herod hate Jesus? Jesus is just a baby. What the fuck? Oh my god. Ugh. What am I doing with my life?
Transitions to a jaunty tune.
How dare you,
of
Ethan?
Psalm
How
87.
fucking dare you.
Angelica narrates us the curtains
return to
open to reveal a painted backdrop of the houses and streets of Egypt with youthful Sanis and Rosies laughing and playing. Danny Sani as young Jesus sits on the top and ponders.
So Herod is currently
Lucinda
over,
Rosie as
like
young Mary
rolling over.
Magdalene is playing with the children.
And so Joseph, Mary, and Jesus fled to Egypt, where Jesus had spent his formative years. Growing up, while Joseph and Mary were aware of what was to become of Jesus,
Is that where the Prince of Egypt came from? Is the Prince of Egypt? Oh, it was Moses. I don't know if it's obvious, but I don't have any knowledge of Christianity. My grandmother's Catholic, though. Moses is a descendant of Joseph. So, Jesus' stepbrother? Oh, ancestor. Okay, I was like, Jesus' stepbrother? That wasn't even Christianity, that was Judaism. Well, I also don't know Judaism, so I don't know history of anything. The only history I know is anyways.
Had been young and naive and lived his life unaware of his destiny. Jesus felt he was not like the other children, but he could not put his finger on why, consciously at least yet. And he didn't know what to make of himself quite yet. Young Mary approaches Jesus. Hi! Jesus looks down towards Mary, but doesn't make eye contact. Hi. What are you doing up in the barrel? Oh, well, I don't know. I was looking up at the sky and counted numbers in the clouds. It's kinda interesting because when you add what you see within the lights around the clouds against the blue sky, it tells stories of the wonders.
To be fair, this art style right here looks like fucking Doraemon. And I don't hate it.
Beyond the sky and what number it guides you to next. Mary is bewildered with what Jesus said as she looks up at the clouds and sees the aura light around the cloud edges, yet unsure what to make of it. Yeah, the clouds are shining pretty. I'm Mary. What's your name? Jesus. That's a cute name. Hey, you want to play with us? We could always do.
Wait! The other... That's also Mary? And... Jesus' mother's also named Mary? They couldn't have even given different names? Unless they're talking about, like, Mary Chu? Mary... Is that real? Is that real, Ajon? Oh, Magdalene. Okay, so they did recycle the name. Okay. There's Mother Mary and then Mary Magdalene. So Mary Magdalene is what, about to be fucking Jesus's like best like what is it? What do they call it? Neighborhood friend? Is that what it is? Childhood friend?
Clouds are shining pretty. I'm Mary.
Well, I mean, they did have Inuyasha apparently.
Jesus. That's a cute name. Hey, you want to play with us? We could always use that grave kid to play I Spy with. You want me to
Damn, I didn't know I had so many
play you?
indoctrinated fucking people in my chat, bro.
Expression on his face.
All you guys are sinners now after listening to me in
Jesus
chat.
hops down
Or
the
after
bottom,
listening to
Mary,
me in the
correct, as they
stream.
wander off stage right. Angelica narrates a Sancho Prime, Rosie Roshi Prime as Jesus and Mary Magdalene go on stage from stage right together.
Jesus and Mary became friends and liked each other, and Jesus had been accepted by Mary's friends as well. Mary had brought something good out of Jesus.
Mary and Jesus sit side by side on the same barrel. Mary and Jesus sit side by side on the barrel, and she asks him once again,
What are your dreams, Jesus? Again, Mary? You're always asking me that, and the answer's always the same. Yeah. Yeah, you're all of them. They're very unique and interesting. I can't get enough of them. Well, all right. In my dreams, I see various stone carvings and statues I had never seen before. Yet somehow they aren't familiar to me. The words in the carvings glow like gold and have sounds of ancient Sanskrit. Yet I can understand them. Then I see fields of stars amidst the cosmos.
If you can understand them, why won't you just tell her what it says? Duh.
And then the brightest star in the center of the universe, and the center within that
Write that down, you guys. Mr. Psychic is cut.
star, and the center of that star, and so on, until I see this vision from far into the future.
where I'm flying through a rainbow of immense energy and power and bringing order to a chaos-filled Earth with a bunch of arguing and fighting nations amidst fallen apartment buildings and an explosion on a dragon over some place that's not Babylon. So cool, Jesus. Mary, how is it you did not find such a dream weird like the other kids always do? Mary smiles and
Why did you add extra words to that? Like, are you just paraphrasing? God. Also, are Christians cut? Is that what it?
I don't know.
call it intuition or something crazy or whatever. But hearing the details of your dream makes me wish I could see into the cosmos and future like you can. Mary, if I was anyone else, I'd call you.
All right, we're outed. Ajon's cut. Somebody write that down. I'm's not cut. Somebody write that down.
Weird.
Oh, well then, maybe I out-weird you.
And they both laugh as they look into each other's eyes like two
And
kids
then they-
who get each other.
And then they became best friends. Because they're children.
Yes, Father? I just got the all clear from the angels. You
Wait, I'm so sorry. I know we're like doing a whole Christian thing, but I have to hear this. Hey, John, you did the trip? You did the trip to the Philippines? That's what happens. It's so funny. I didn't know that. This was like before we had Lilybell News. If I saw this after we started doing Lilybell News, I so would have told this. But I saw a TikTok, a joke of like this guy who's like, oh, whenever family tries to get a 13-year-old Filipino boy to go back to the Philippines and he thinks it's just to visit family and then he comes back missing a foreskin. So like, they put you under? Yeah, it's a thing. You guys didn't know? Okay, hold on. Do we have to do Lilybell News right now? I don't even have Lilybell News on this. Oh, I do. Let me see. What is that called? What is the thing when you get cut? What is that thing called? The procedure called? Circumcision. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, yeah, I fucking, okay. Huh? Okay. Welcome in to Lilybell News. Except it's not always news. It's just news that Lilybell cares about. And once again, it's not always news. It's just news to me. This isn't news to me, technically. But some call it a rite of passage, some consider it a ritual obligation, and some believe it's a controversial matter. Some still consider it to be a health benefit. Not necessarily me, but all right. We're talking about tuli, or male circumcision. The cultural practice of tuli is very common in the Philippines for boys around the ages of 10 to 13. And it's a sign of Filipino masculinity. Here in the United States, we wonder if tuli is still something parents still consider this a rite of passage, or if Filipino American parents consider this practice outdated and unnecessary, but they literally will. I have seen and heard of people, Filipino, men who grew up, and once they got to the age of 13, they had been taken back to the Philippines, and it's either a snip from a hospital or a rabbi or a tuk-tuk from the village doctor. And they don't know. I guess they just snip that shit. What? They don't even put you under? They just fucking cut your skin? Like, oh. That sounds like that shit hurt. That's... Hey, John, can I call you? What? Yeah, you like apparently bite onto something. Okay, so what happened was I looked it up. And like the first page was one where like I clicked on it and it was like a really young boy just crying, dude. I didn't see anything, right? But it was just like pictures of like literally, obviously, the boy's in pain. Yeah, I feel like the difference is when you're 13, you can remember shit. All right? You're sentient and you're going through this. When you're 8 days old, you're not sentient yet necessarily, and you go through that. You know what I mean? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you don't have any memories of it, it's okay. Not that it's, I mean, depending on who you are as a person. But like, damn. Filipinos, that's the real reason all you guys are so wild and I always get in trouble with you guys, bro. That's the real fucking reason. All of you guys are trouble. I've got... Now I know why. Okay, let's go back to the story of Joseph and Mary.
Joseph walks on the stage and addresses Jesus. My son.
Yes, Father?
I just got the all clear from the angels. You, your mother, and I are heading back to Nazareth. Come on, son.
What?
Jesus and Mary shouting, is it?
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm back. Thank you. Yeah, you're missing so much on visuals, I promise.
Dad, I don't want to leave. I've got friends, and I'm appreciated here. You pull me away from that, I'll be really upset.
I'm sorry, son, but your destiny is not here in Egypt. Joseph grabs Jesus' hand and pulls him stage.
No. Mary, I'll really miss you. Jesus, don't go.
She shouts to him as they leave the stage. The stage lights cut off as the scene changes and Angelica narrates to the next part.
Jesus, Joseph, and Mary return to...
Okay, I need a break. I'm still caught on the fact that y'all had to go through that at like the age of 13. I still remember shit from 13. And it's all just coming together as to why I have, you know, as to it all comes together as to my history with Filipino men. Wow. Crazy. All right. Okay.
Scene changes and Angelica narrates to the next part.
Jesus, Joseph, and Mary returned to Nazareth as Herod was dead and his throne taken by archangels and reigned. Jesus had become upset after having to leave his friends and more positive life in Egypt. Jesus found resonance as the family returned to Nazareth, and he started listening and hearing of the gospel of John the Baptist as he preached to the multitude about repentance. Jesus was baptized by John, and Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights and was tested by...
Jesus was baptized by John, Elizabeth's son, John? Is that what it is? Me actually trying to understand the Bible right now. Oh, a different John. Another John. Awesome. Yeah, that probably doesn't get confusing.
The devil.
The scene was changed to a jungle clearing on stage left. A backdrop with the scene of all the kingdoms around the world. The spotlight shone over
what
the
is
left
this?
half.
Yeah, what is this? Scott Cawthon and fucking using the name Mike over and over again? Is that what it is?
Jesus collapsed on the grass with a few rocks in front of him. Jamsa, dressed as a devil, approached Jesus and said to him, "Hey, Jesus, you're looking real hungry. If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become bread and enjoy." Jesus stands and looks at the devil in the eyes. "One shall not live by bread alone, but by the word of God." The devil frowns and growls.
Wait, so who was bullying
He pulls
Jesus?
Jesus to stage right and shows him the images of all the kingdoms and the lovely throne. Then the devil tells Jesus, "I shall give you
The
total
devil?
power
Why the
and
fuck is the
rule
devil
of all the
around?
kingdoms
Do
of the world."
Jesus and the devil go to the same prep school or something? What? Hello? And why did the devil want Jesus to turn stones into bread so bad? Like, if you were gonna turn stones into something, why is it bread? He's trying to tempt Jesus to like use his powers. Is that what it is? To use his powers for his own personal gain? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. I see. I see. Why the hell was he fasting? Was he You're right. There's two completely different type of pyramids here. This Jesus, because Jesus just doesn't need to eat or something to prove his faith. Holy shit. I'm gonna just tell you right now, if I broke up with somebody and they said, "I'm gonna fast for 40 days to prove that I'm loyal to you," I'd be like, okay, sounds like a you problem, but okay.
"And the adoration of everyone if you bow down and worship me." Jesus said to him, "Get behind me, Satan, for it is written, one shall worship the Lord and God and serve him."
Where is it written? I thought you were the one that wrote this shit, bro.
Tells him, "Well,
Oh wait,
if
unless
you're
it was
so
written by
almighty,
someone else. I
then
forgot.
you know, as it is written, the angels will always save you no matter
Okay, bye,
what."
Ethan. Have a
Jump,
good one.
Jesus.
Are you still around me?
Jesus frowns.
Excuse me.
As he looks the devil in the eye again and tells him, "You shall never tempt the Lord and God." The devil vanishes as the lights go off and a lone spotlight on Jesus remains on Jesus with the scene change. Jesus looks up at the angels as the angel speaks to him.
Very good, Jesus. Know from your meditations that you are Lord and you are present to heal the distressed and brokenhearted, preach to the poor and deliverance to the captives, restore sight to the blind, and bring liberty and justice to all that have been hurt. The Spirit of the Lord is upon you. Go forth and restore order to the chaos."
"Yes, I shall." The audience applauds.
Oh my god.
The light turns back on and
Their
reveals the
hair is
bedroom
green
with a
screened. Their hair is like incredibly green screened. Like the entire place of the hair is green screened.
table and two chairs on it. Jesus sits in one of the two chairs as he wakes from his visions once again. Jesus muses aloud. "Wow, so I am the Lord and God? It kind of makes sense. The clues and signs have been all around me all my life.
It kind of makes sense, I guess.
Advantage. My eyes, the seer eyes, the visions, Mom and Dad going on about my destiny as Lord, the message of the angels, and all this? Well, my intuition's often been on point. The cosmos, the universe core, and Matrix. I've lived my life unaware of all this. I pray to the Lord and God.
Matrix?
I've been praying to myself.
Starring Keanu Reeves, but young?
What do I do now that I am aware that I am? I can only pray and ask for...
Greetings, Jesus, O Lord of Lords. I am Lavesh Sanachu. I am on high god level, and I'm here to guide you. Damn, so you're telling me I'm literally ranked immortal? Yeah, but I've been immortal twice, so I'm here to guide you.
Continued holy light guidance and have faith and know
Oh, thank
these
God that it's
prophecies,
resolved in your
even the
favor,
not
light.
yet
Thank you.
written
I'm so glad.
prophecies. and the prophets before me having foreseen this, but may not have yet written these prophecies. And I can only see so deep into my visions, and I don't know when specifically they will manifest. Is there such a prophet on a God level who can help me keep myself bare sorted? If there is, please, Lord and God that I am, send them to me and guide me right now. A spotlight lands at the entrance to his bedroom as a knocking sound resonates from the door. Jesus gets up to answer it, and a special psychic Sonichu, played by Magic-chan Sonichu Prime, surrounded by heavenly, divine, and universe core matrix light, is standing there. Greetings, Jesus, O Lord of Lords. I am Lavesh Sonichu.
Oh no, he put the
Special
wrong
Sonichu
timing
body with
in.
Sonichu's and rose juice.
That was in the
I
earlier
am a
visual.
high God level and I am
Of
here.
course they put the fucking wrong
This is
timing
what's
in. Even something so fucking simple as a simple retelling, and they put the wrong visual at the wrong fucking time. Are you serious? Chris! It's so simple! What?
Lavesh's aura and soul and links with the
Why are
heavens
they
and
luring the
cosmos
book,
with
the
purpose.
Bible right now?
His faith
Oh.
is assured.
Because, okay, let's go. This is the life and times of Jesus Christ, as written and directed by Angelica Rosechew in a Christmas play that she and a bunch of other Sonichus and Rosechews enacted on December 17, 2005, after having gone back in time and personally meeting and talking with Jesus in Israel way back in the day with Magic-chan's help. Yeah, bud. Yeah. So... that's why that's why. Yeah. This was uploaded by them, by the way.
Welcome, Lavesh. Please come in and talk with me. Lavesh enters and takes a seat at the table.
This is
across from
ridiculous. This is crazy.
I suppose it takes a god to really help another god.
Scroll title. Scroll title. Narrator, holy God. Okay, part 3. Yeah, Super Sunny. Everything that they do is super disrespectful to everything. They genuinely think that they are the reincarnation. They not even a reincarnation, not reincarnation. I want to also remind you, this is the weird part, okay? This is definitely the weird part. I actually I do have a cousin who, I don't know how he is now because I haven't seen him, but previously when he was still around the family, he too believed that he was the reincarnation of Jesus Christ. I wanted to be nice because he was just living in the house at that time. My parents picked him up, knew he would needed some help, you know what I mean? They picked him up from a home, basically the hospital for mental issues, because the police found him walking around in the park with no keys, no phone, and barefoot. And I don't know what he was rambling on, but the police took him to a mental hospital. I don't know the exact word for it, like a care facility, mental care facility, something like that. He got discharged and his family wasn't around, so the only family he had was us. So my parents took him in. He lived with me and my parents and my brother and all that stuff. Yeah, I had to go to the doctor and he accompanied me. Because I was like, oh, I think he asked actually. He was like, can I come with you? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I was gonna pull up because I didn't remember. I wanted the quickest way to get to the doctors, right? And I was pulling up my navigation system. And he was like, it's okay, don't worry, I got you. And then I was like, okay. So I turned off my navigation system and he proceeded to get me lost. It was supposed to be a 15-minute drive, and he proceeded to get me lost and feel his way through using his mind Jesus Christ powers. We ended up it's a good thing I went early because we ended up taking an hour for a 15-minute drive. Yeah. Maybe he just wanted to test it. Apparently. Yeah. Have you read I'm Glad My Mom Died? Yeah, I know I'm glad I haven't read it, but I do know I'm glad my mom died.
Before resuming the story of Angelica Roshi's Christmas play in 2005, I write a bit about Lavesh Sanchu. One of the
So
earlier
I
Sanchus
understand
in
a little
Roshi's
bit of
Second
this.
Sight Special and Guardians. Lavesh Sanchu heralded from a Sanchu in Roshi village near the Ultimate Emerald Shrine. He was born in 324 BC and was promoted by the village's elder after connecting with the distant Ultimate Emerald, as well as the heavens and the cores and matrices of the universe timeline and the alpha mega point of all existence, and guiding and protecting many of the Sanchus and Roshis with a divine guidance and life power. Lavesh had also personally met and worked with Emmanuel herself and himself back then.
You could just say themself if you want to both say her and him.
Whichever. But personally,
Themself is
Emmanuel
unisex?
a woman, so there. In our day here in the 2020s. Back then, guy. Anyway, sorry. He worked with Emmanuel and the other gods and goddesses and earned his way up to being a god as well in service and appreciation of gods, of the God of gods and Lord. Lavesh had foreknown he would be the one to help guide Jesus Christ of Nazareth as he came into his godlyhood. By the time Jesus had prayed for the direct guidance, Lavesh had made preparations to confirm the leaders and elders would keep the village of Shrine safe as well. When Jesus made his prayer in
I feel like this is just a regular Bible now. Like it does. They're not even like adding Rose Chusanich or anything. This is just the Bible. We're just listening to them reading off the Bible, right?
Temptations and amidst his troubled thoughts and questions, amidst his transition. Also, Lavesh had talked with Magic Chance Sanchu Prime during his
Not that people are
time
willing to give their
when
hard-earned money to a crazed incest
went back
rapist
in
is truly
time to
baffling.
visit
I
Jesus,
agree, Nate.
and
It's
he
really
met
weird.
And he met Lavesh prior to Jesus' first
I will
resurrection.
say though, they did. There's one thing that they did change. I feel like, right, which is that they are more like they do notice more and they respond less to people trying to anger them. Because obviously there's trolls out here who just want to see like a big temper tantrum. But I watched their last Q&A live on YouTube. We were live reacting. And they did not throw any temper tantrums, even though everybody was obviously throwing everything they had at them, you know?
Lavesh Sanchu had physically teleported his body and mind and soul into the heavens and universe core to emerge into his next iteration long after that. But just to mention all this part, because I'm going to eventually talk about this from the moment this gets recorded. The Ultimate Emerald is the one emerald, and there are 8 Master Emeralds, counting the one that Knuckles has been guarding. And then, of course, after that, there are not 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Wait, did they just add the emeralds?
Of course, there are 8
They
Chaos
added the
Crystal
Chaos
Balls.
Emeralds into biblical history? Did they just...
Talk about this from the moment this gets physically teleport his body and mind and soul into the heavens and universe core to emerge into his next iteration long after that. But just to mention all this part, because I'm going to eventually
What
talk
the
about
fuck?
this from the moment this gets recorded. The Ultimate Emerald is the one emerald, and there are 8 Master Emeralds, counting the one that Knuckles has been guarding. And then, of course, after that, there are not 7 Chaos Emeralds, there are 8 Chaos Emeralds, the orange one. And of course, there are 8 Chaos Crystal Balls.
I thought that was just part of it, Avery. I thought one of the temples was just called the Emerald Temples.
From the Ultimate Emerald itself, as it was a center point, and long ago, before sometime in the BCs, I think it was like 450 something, I forget, 459 BC. I have it written down. But anyway, essentially at one point around there, the Ultimate Emerald became
Just-
overwhelmed
just-
and shattered. And all that was left
You have it written down. You could easily just go and get it and then just make an edit right there. You easily could do that.
was shards. The core of the Ultimate Emerald that zoomed and ended up literally within my body, literally. And the chaos and the 8
I
Chaos
see.
Emeralds
So Jesus
took
got their
the
powers
option
from the
out.
Chaos
Before
Emeralds.
then,
Right.
the Ultimate
That makes
Emerald
so much
was the
sense.
center, and the 8 Master
When's Lily
Emeralds
gonna play every
surrounding
Sonic
it at
game?
That shrine, that very shrine. And also when the Ultimate Emerald
When I
shattered
get paid
and all
for
that,
it.
the Master Emeralds went into hiding as well and transitioned elsewhere. And then eventually Knuckles found his Master Emerald. And the Orange Master Emerald became the Master
Okay, now
Sunstone
we're gonna
on the-
fucking...
under
Now we're gonna talk about it.
Blame the Sunbird's guide.
Not even. Less, bro. Or more, bro. That's too little now. I already know people are going to do shit, bro. That's too little.
On the edge of the stage, the scenery is changed, and Angelica narrates. So Jesus frowns his. So Jesus found his own guidance from within himself and focus from his visions. He wrote what he saw. Then on his next guidance, he started his ministry by locating and taking in his first disciples.
See, at first I was kind of like, all right, yeah, maybe I will learn a little bit more about the Bible today. But apparently they time skipped a shit ton, and I'm just confused. So now it's like half dissociating. You know what I mean?
The stage is lit with a ship on stage left with Inuyasha as James and Wild as John on board.
Thank
Talking
you
with a male
for
Roshi
Inuyasha
played
playing, James.
Zebedee.
Really, really.
And on stage
Just
right, Punchy as Peter with 2 other male Sanchos played Simon and Andrew, casting a net. Jesus walked towards the center of the stage and called to Peter and his brothers, "Come with me,
why, Mr.
and I
Psychic?
shall make you into fishermen." Peter, Simon, and Andrew were drawn by the conviction and left their net to follow Jesus. Jesus called up to the ship, "Come with me, and I shall make you into fishermen." James and John nodded and cast the torn net and left the side, and Zebedee they left the ship and Zebedee to follow Jesus. And then Zebedee saw this bullet guy where he shot out the, "Hey, get back here on this boat!" But his words fell on deaf ears.
Damn. Actually, that was a little bit of a jump scare for me. Thank
Get back
you.
here on this boat! Jesus and his disciples walked to the center stage, and Jesus preached to the audience. "Follow the words and light power as you shall be guided and well and saved." A crowd of the cast gather around Jesus as he speaks. "All of you are the salt and light of the earth. But if the salt loses its savor, it is nothing and must be cast underfoot."
It's not. I don't think this is Noah, because it's like, I will turn you all into fishermen. Is that also Noah? That was Jesus. Okay, so maybe this has nothing to do. Maybe this is just another dude with a boat. Right? Maybe it's a different flood.
Saved. A crowd of the
Oh, so the emeralds are fine, but a flood gets y'all mad? SMH. SMH.
cast gather around Jesus as he speaks. "All of you are the salt and light of the earth. But if the salt loses its savor, it is nothing and must be cast underfoot. And if the light loses its glow, the path goes dark. So I tell all of you, never lose your savor, never lose your glow. Let your light shine so all may see your good and good works and intentions. And they will be inspired to improve on themselves and shine brighter and healthier and longer. I do not come to destroy, but to fulfill."
It's okay, this
All
isn't
of you
Noah, it's a different
fulfill
flood
the
apparently.
lives, scribes, prophecies as well. Do not be righteous by ignoring these wise words of prophet and guidance. It is to be denied entry into neo-life and the kingdom therein.
Excuse me.
Sachi Primus Jesus summarizes each teaching over the course of the 5 minutes.
Are we really gonna go
Until
through
the
all 5
narrator's
parts?
scene is
Listen,
changed.
this is what we've been through this together. It could only get better, right, guys?
Answered the questions of the doubtful with insight and wisdoms.
It's only like the
A
popular
montage of
parts of the
various
Bible,
scientists
yeah.
and Roshis from the cast came forward with their ailments and were healed by Jesus. Bubbles as Angelica gave thanks to the Lord.
I so
Bubbles
need a
as
cute
Anna
girl,
gave thanks to the Lord in fulfilling the prophecies. John the Baptist behind the bars asked Jesus his questions, and Jesus answers wise and true. Those who were possessed were cleared of the demons and devils. There was a moment where Jesus had broken bread and
Christian's
and
girlfriend
satisfied
is
all
not
who ate of his
underage, just
kindness and
really
love
young
for the
looking.
morsels.
Generally young
Being
looking.
displayed
But if you look
the
at the
tune of a
picture, like inside the
thunderstorm,
picture
as
genuinely,
the
like
two
they're
on
they're
board
small.
ran to
They're just
Jesus
small.
and told
They
him to
look
bunker
old.
down. But then Jesus rebuked the wind and the storm, and the two were amazed to see sunshine and a peaceful tune suddenly playing. Angelica narrates as all this goes on. While Sancho as Lazarus and Elisa as his sister Martha gave praise and kind words to Jesus, and Lazarus
have a good
was in
one,
bed
Kari.
sick as Martha ran to fetch Jesus. Jesus sees Lazarus and tells Jesus sees Lazarus and tells Martha that he was sleeping and Jesus would return to wake him out of sleep.
Wait, so what happened to Mary Magdaleno? What happened to Mary what? Magdalene? Oh, okay, just not around Jesus no more, because Jesus was like, no, I will stay virgin for
News of
Christianity. Why is he saying Jesus is a Latin pronunciation of the name? Because he has an obsession with that pronunciation. She doesn't die. She's not a virgin. Why do virgins die? I thought virgins were supposed to be the ones to stay alive. I thought that the whores are the ones that have to die. But she stops being a hooker after Jesus, or after meeting Jesus, or after not becoming friends with Jesus anymore. What the fuck is happening? Okay, I'm just gonna teach me the Bible. Check in next time, you guys. I'm just gonna teach me the Bible. I'm telling it as if I was a 5-year-old.
Lazarus in a grave for 4 days gave Jesus reason to assure Martha of his resurrection. Then Jesus sees the covered Lazarus in the grave and weeps because he loved Lazarus. Then Jesus told Martha to move the stone in faith of God. Jesus lifted up his eyes and said,
I thank you for hearing me and hearing me always, but in witness of the people I've told with faith and good.
Wait, is that the rock that he like sits in for and dies in for like 3 days, and then he like is back to life, and that's Easter? Oh, so this isn't Jesus. Oh. What the fuck?
witness so they
Okay,
may
never
believe
mind.
you sent
Get it.
me.
I'm just kidding,
Lazarus,
you do not have
come
to actually
forth.
do that, please.
Lazarus moans and walks through the grave's entrance and removes the cloth from his eyes. By the way, for the record, while Sancho's voice, he sounds similar to Luke Skywalker. Period. He does not have a country accent, despite what some may have misportrayed of him. Luke Skywalker. He has a voice like him.
Just a reminder, okay? God. He's not a country bumpkin, all right? He sounds like Luke Skywalker. Couldn't even say the guy's actual fucking name. Couldn't even actually say, oh yeah, he sounds like Mark Hamill. He sounds like Luke Skywalker, all right?
Anyway, he's like, what has happened? Martha hugs Lazarus and thanks Jesus. Another scene, Jesus took Peter, James, and John to center stage. The lights dim. Jesus transformed into bright light. Sanji Prime had used Flash to simulate that. 2 seconds go after Sanji's playing Moses and Elias teleport beside Jesus and talked with him for a moment in Peter, James, and John's amazement. After the two teleported away, the disciples offered to build tabernacles as spotlight shone down on Jesus, and Magic Chan said from offstage aloud, Jesus is my son. I am pleased with him.
Magdalena, is that what he just said?
Down Jesus, and Magic Chan said from offstage aloud,
Oh,
Jesus
Magic
is my
Chan.
son.
Sorry.
I am pleased with him.
Yeah, they're teleporting using the emeralds, the Chaos Emeralds.
Do not be afraid with a touch. Another scene, Jesus enters the temple of God with a stage laid out with vendors and tables full of merchandise that were being bought and sold. Jesus cast the vendors away from their tables and flipped them over. Then he shouted out, "It's written, this is a house of prayer. But with this, it's been made into a den of thieves. I really don't like this."
Wow.
Vendors collected the goods and scattered. Jesus stepped into the front and said,
And then Jesus said, "This shit whack, yo." Like, I really don't like this. This shit whack, yo.
stage in exiting the temple of God. Lavesh meets him there as they talk. Lavesh, my guide and friend, I have done and overdone my work as Lord and God in guidance of light, power, and the Lord, my past self, and the good gods. Indeed, you have done and do very
Honestly, Razor, I believe that
All
there are
appreciate
some
and praise
people
you.
who truly are fans
I am
of some
truly humbled and
reason
grateful.
to
I
Chris.
truly feel good in soul and
Like, they definitely
fulfillment
still
and
do
seeing
have, like, a
everyone's kind
circle.
faces and
If there are
hearing their
people like
kind
Chris,
words
there's got to be
is
some
a
people
real blessing.
in the world who are fans,
Oh,
and I
wow.
think that's even sadder.
I
No.
am feeling tired. It's so very tough to be Lord and God on Earth. Every time someone asks me a brain bender of a question, the only solvents I have is connecting with the heavens and the universe core for a
Wait, is that
simple
why we
answer.
died?
Direct enough that I couldn't put it my very
Is that why,
myself.
like, the humans got wiped
My
off like
brain
3
goes
times?
numb. I have had to go through similar with the Sanjis and Roshis in my village. It was overwhelming, even taking it one at a time. But over time, with deep breaths and meditation with rest, it shall become easier. Yeah, you're right. And that's nothing compared to what I've foreseen at Judas. Good grief, I do not look forward to that day.
Good grief, gee willikers.
If I was able to
Oh,
avert
my stripes and my stars.
well, it is as it is needed to be done as the prophecy foretells. I don't agree with it, but I gotta get on with it anyway. Quite right. Another scene I forgot to mention, where the ship is a sail on the waters of the stage and Jesus walks on the water. Jesus urges Peter to come down with no doubt and with faith. Punchy as Peter steps down and slips and falls.
Antonio,
into the
that's so
water.
fucking
Jesus
funny.
sits back
It's
and
so
asks
good to
him,
see you, by the way.
"Why did you not have faith, Peter?" "I don't know.
No, this is just a scene that they
Walking on
skipped
it.
accidentally.
Water's not frozen." And Pierre shrugged with a puzzled look on his face and asked, "What could be wrong with my
For all the people who can't see the chat right now or watching it, Antonio said, "Who would have thought God on Earth couldn't figure out how to use both audio channels?"
footing?"
Okay, that sure is. Are we gonna get it again? Same credits? Same credits? Oh no, they fixed it! Okay. This is part 4 of Angelica's play.
And there was the scene where Bubbles as Pharisee woman cleansed Jesus. And there was the scene where Bubbles as Pharisee woman.
Oh my god. I wanna see it again.
And And there was the scene where Bubbles as Pharisee woman cleansed Jesus' feet, and Jesus rebuked her husband.
What is it?
Slave
Did you
by
see the
regular
little
male
bit of
sign
words
shoe.
behind them for
And
a
scene
second?
of the reenactment of the Last Supper, followed by cow sign shoe as Judas bartering. for the
Wait, I
betrayal
know
of
this
Jesus.
scene.
And then the scene with Judas facing Jesus, surrounded by his soldiers. Judas said to Jesus,
Wait.
I gotta get
I know this scene.
this now. Praise Rabbi. The
Well-
Judas kisses Jesus on the lips for a second or two.
Why did he have to, why did they describe it like that? Is that real? Is this real? Does Judas and Jesus kiss? Judas did do that? Why? Oh, I'm going to hell for sure. I'm going to hell for sure. And they were roommates. Oh. Oh, I see. They were like, I'm gonna kiss him. He really couldn't decide to do literally anything else to show that this was Jesus. He couldn't really literally go, hey, Jesus. And Jesus turns around and goes, oh, hey, Judas. He had to kiss him? He had to, dude. This is some enemies to lovers shit, bro. What the, I mean, lovers to enemies? Oh, the kiss of death. Death. Okay, but why did they specifically have to say, and then Judas kissed Jesus on the mouth for 1 to 2 seconds? For 1 or 2 seconds.
Praise Rabbi. The Judas kisses Jesus on the lips for a second or two. Judas leaves and Jesus asks, hey, where are you going? And it's the supporters of
Hey, where are you going? I wanted more. What the fuck?
Jesus fled off stage. Jesus was apprehended. Nicer assigned you as the high priest asked for the witnesses, only to find none. Then the priest sentences Jesus to death. Jesus was taken to the Pilate for the trial. Peter says to Jesus,
Why did the Romans not like Jesus again? Jesus again? Is it because, like, witchcraft? Is that why? That praise revives of Hail Hydra vibes. Power over the people, preach Christianity. Okay, so not because of witchcraft.
only to find none. Then the priest sentences Jesus to death. Jesus was taken to the Pilate for the trial. Peter says to Jesus, I do not know you. Like green Peter. Preceptor Sancho as the Pilate stands.
Was that them responding to the Bible? That was them just, oh, Peter. As if they were just like hearing Peter sit down and talk about his Mimosa Monday tea. His Mimosa Monday. Peter was like, yeah. And then, like, even though Jesus asked me even though, like, the priest asked me if I knew Jesus, I ended up saying that I didn't know Jesus. And then Christian over here like, oh, Peter. Peter. Oh, Peter. Oh, Peter.
Stands before Jesus at the trial and asks him, Preceptor Sancho asked the Pilate stands before Jesus at the trial and asks him, are you the king of the Jews? Jesus responded, you said it, I didn't.
Jesus responded that? Jesus responded that? Jesus says, you said it, not me?
Jesus at the trial and asks him, are you the king of the Jews? Jesus responded, you said it, I didn't. Do you know what the crimes that have been put against you? Jesus does not respond, but in the paused moments as the lights cut, only a spotlight remains on Jesus. Jesus says aloud his thoughts in the moment. As I have foreseen it, even if I testify by destiny and prophecy, I will be crucified anyway, so I could serve my energy for the resurrection of mine from the cross. It's a thing I gotta do, and I gotta roll with it. The lights cut back on. The Pilate inquires the witnesses that were false. One of them shouts, He said he would destroy the temple and restore it in 3 days. Everyone shouts out, "Crucify him!" Nicer Sancho as Barabbas was brought in, and the pilot asked the witnesses,
This man Barabbas.
and Pilate asked,
What?
and the pilot asked the witnesses,
This man Barabbas.
and Pilate
I
asked
thought it
the
got cut.
witnesses,
This man Barabbas is convicted of murder and insurrection.
Would you rather I release Jesus or Barabbas? Witnesses shout, "Release Barabbas! Crucify Jesus!" They continue even as the pilot asked, "Why? What crime has Jesus committed?" With a groan, the pilot dipped her hands into the nearby blowhorn.
Very well. Release Barabbas and deliver
But they didn't. Who's Barabbas?
Jesus,
I wash my hands of this. Let Jesus' blood be on your hands.
the lights cut off as Jesus is relocated off stage right to get a
Thanks,
crown of
Axel,
thorns on his
appreciate it.
head as the crowd of the
Axel
cast
just
of
said
regular
that guy.
Sanchez and Roshis line up along the curtain, and the lights come on as Jesus carries the cross across the stage along the jeering crowd. Then he is tied to the cross and placed upright. Jesus shouts,
What?
my God, why am I forsaken?"
That's like, wait, that's my question, right? I thought I thought they said the Peter, my friend, I don't know you. I thought that was earlier. Wait. A Roman leader presented Jesus and a known criminal / murderer and asked the crowd who to release. Jesus or the criminal. They wanted Jesus punished and the criminal let go. Damn. Damn. That's fucked up, dude. This was a known criminal murderer? That's fucked up. Wow. Hey, yo, why didn't God protect his son? I'm just saying.
Then he collapses into death. Angelica narrates as the lights cut off and the
Why
singers
why
chant.
is Jesus being
Jesus
forsaken?
Christ had died on the cross at Golgotha. His body had been laid to rest in the tomb.
He
Jesus was
sacrificed
fighting
him
another
for our
battle as the
sins.
He had absorbed Saul.
Why didn't he just sacrifice us for our sins? Like, he's done that like 4 times before, right? Like Noah's Ark and the flood was like part of it. It was like, oh, the world had been disgusting, so, and all the humans sucked ass. He was like, all right, bye. Yeah? So why didn't he just do that again?
His soul fall to hell. The lights cut back on to reveal Jesus in the center stage with Sancho.
It was like, it didn't work the first time, so let me try something else.
Groaning and moaning from their punishments amidst red streamers on the stage floor. Stage grips, moving cardboard cutouts of demons scurrying about.
They changed the
Hands
background.
to Sancho as Satan approaches Jesus. Welcome to the hell, son of God. And Satan falls with a sky uppercut. Jesus takes Satan's keys. Satan rolls away stage right.
Uppercut?
Jesus breaks the cardboard demons in the middle, and Jesus lifts a hand and emits a light and controlled blue thundershock symbolizing holy flames. The stage lights go from red to blue. Jesus frees all the sinners and forgives them. The freed ones leave stage right. Jesus returns to center stage and stomps his left foot. The lights cut off. Angelica narrates as the streamers are picked up and the scenery quickly change.
Jesus conquers hell and death by taking Satan's keys and freeing the lost souls, cleansing hell into nothing with holy flame and light. 3 days in the tomb, Jesus' body had lay, and then as daylight and holy light shines upon the body, Jesus Christ returns, and he is resurrected.
The lights cut back on, revealing Jesus lying in a casket, with a cave entrance blocked by a large stone nearby. Jesus wakes up and sits up and gets out of the casket. Aloud, he says, "Right, I freed the sinners. Time to announce my return."
All right, I freed the sinners. Time to announce my return. Like, what? 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 Dude, Jesus is so sassy in this. Like, Jesus is like, Okay, I need a great opening. We're gonna throw a party. I gotta announce my return.
Jesus slams the boulder away and walks right out of the tomb, then off stage.
See, I knew there was a
The Virgin
tomb.
Mary and Mary Magdalene walk to the tomb's entrance and see the stone rolled away with the tomb empty. What the? Where's Jesus? I don't know. Who could roll this boulder away? Angelica Rose.
Oh, they spoke to Rosie just now.
I don't know.
Hold on, hold on.
What the?
They literally just whispered something to Rosie. They went, right, Rosie?
I don't know. Who could roll this boulder away? Angelica Rothschild comes down and sits against the casket. She tells the two Marys, "Do not be afraid. Jesus is crucified and Jesus has risen. As you can see, he is not here. Go tell Peter and the disciples that Jesus has gone to Galilee. You shall find him safe, alive, healthy, and well there." The two start off towards stage left as Jesus walks towards them and says, "Hey, Mary." The two Marys looked up and praised the Lord, and they both hugged
Hi,
him.
Kainam.
Jesus tell them, "Be
Oh,
not
nothing.
afraid.
Jesus just sent a sky uppercut to
Okay.
Satan.
Go tell my brethren that I shall meet them in Galilee."
Wait, who?
Hugged him. Jesus, "Hey, Mary." Start off to "Go tell Peter and the disciples that Jesus has gone to Galilee. You shall find him safe, alive, healthy, and well there."
Okay.
The two start off towards stage left as Jesus walks towards them and says, "Hey, Mary." The two Marys looked up and
Which one?
praised the Lord, and they both hugged him. Jesus tell them, "Be not afraid." "I'm okay. Go tell my brethren that I shall meet them in Galilee."
Oh, brethren. I was like, Jesus had a brother? I thought he said brother, and I was like, Jesus had a brother? Brethren.
As the lights cut off and scenery is rolled away, Angelica
They're not
walks
your
towards
brethren,
the
dude. They
stage
killed
right,
you, but okay.
and narrates, "And so the two Marys told all of Jesus'
Wait, so did Judas get
disciples."
punished? Did Judas? Tell me Judas got punished. Tell me Judas literally just like got fucking sky uppercutted. Mary and Joseph did have another kid. Yeah, but Mary and Joseph are not Jesus' real parents. Hello. Judas killed himself from the guilt, or? It doesn't say. We just know that Judas hung himself. Oh, some people said from the guilt. Like, it's implied that it's from the guilt. Right. Fuck you, Judas.
And the 11 disciples went to Galilee to find Jesus.
Fucking Jesus about to see Judas and like Fortnite dance on him, bro.
Okay, the lights cut back on. The disciples stand before Jesus on stage and praise him. Peter approaches, checks and sees the scars, which were essentially makeup at this point because we're talking about a play here, in his hand.
Thank you.
touches
Yeah,
his
no
shoulder,
shit. I
sits
mean,
back
are we
again.
talking? We're talking about something. I don't even know if it's like a play, but sure, a play that happened in your imagination. What part is this? This is part 4, so we have one more part after. That was released 13 days ago.
against Jesus and I'm sorry. And touches his shoulder, then steps back aghast. Jesus asked Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" Yes. Peter, yeah.
It's a play based off of Angelica Rosechu's experience speaking with Jesus way back in the day when she used Magic Hand's time traveling powers. Yeah. Don't get it twisted.
Peter answered, "Do you love me?" I'm sorry. And touches his shoulder, then steps back aghast.
Wait, who?
We're essentially makeup at this point because we're talking about a play here. In his hands and touches his shoulder, and steps back against Jesus and I'm sorry. And touches his shoulder, then steps back aghast. Jesus asked Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" Yes. Peter answers every time yes, with tears in his eyes.
No. He does not. Peter betrayed you. Peter did not stand by you as a friend.
The third time, Jesus says to his disciples, I am blessed with the powers of the heavens, cosmos, and earth. Go
So what is it, Jesus? Okay, Jesus is talking to his disciples. It's different.
forth and teach all nations to always be mindful, observant, and following the path of light, power, and good. Also accuse our signs and the angels, cosmos, and light.
And then Jesus went out to the rest of the Romans and said, "Ha, bitch, try again. You thought, huh? You thought, huh, bitch?" And that's what Jesus said.
Not ever dismiss them. We gods and goddesses are always with all of you, including I, even though we're not perfect either. Keep faith and have no doubt within.
They had to add, even though we're not perfect either. Thanks.
Go forth with blessings and good, all of you. Everyone vacates the stage as Angelica approaches the center stage with her last narration of the play.
And Jesus walked away from his disciples into a portal.
If this is the
of light.
last narration of the play, what
Jesus
happens in part
continued
5?
on in immortal life, never again dying physically. Jesus continued his walks of on-earth life, going from one place to another and assuming different identities and forms. Sanchi Prime still as Jesus walks on stage, from stage right as from stage left. A regular Sanchu female brought out a large blue turtle plush and a llama plush and stood between them in a line. Jesus stood beside the llama. Following Jesus was a Sanchu donned like an African man, followed by one who was a monk, a few others
What did he say just now?
in a line. Jesus stood beside the llama. Following Jesus was a Sanchu donned like an African man.
Oh, donned like an African man. And I was like, what?
By one who was a monk, a few others in varying forms, followed by
Back to Jesus started as a turtle?
one by one dressed in
Is that another piece of Jesus lore that I just...
Followed by one dressed in
different?
Egyptian garb like one of Cleopatra's advisors, a few others including some female Sanchu and female Rochu, ending with Punchy dressed up as Aang the Airbender, Bubbles as Korra, and Nightstar as Sylvia, Merlin's assistant. Now I'm talking Merlin the Magician.
Sorry. Real quick. Ooh, real quick, because I heard Korra and Aang, bro. Real quick.
Aang the Airbender. Ending with Punchy dressed up as Aang the Airbender, Bubbles as Korra, and Nightstar as Sylvia, Merlin's assistant. Now I'm talking Merlin the Magician. Angelica continued.
So in summary, Jesus Christ is the one avatar of existence and God of gods.
Because it's the Avatar.
He still walks among us today. From a veil separate half of our earth right here, but not like how we all have come to know of his famous past self.
The next part, he has some preface, so Christian Chan, my counterpart. Yeah, he had to do some research into my goddess form. He even got into talking with Neptune Blonde, Noir, and Vert of game industry to learn of Scarlet LaRoe, the original CPU goddess Blueheart of Kama, and the Commodore consoles. The outfit of Goddess Blueheart matched what I was wearing and wear today in that divine intervention card I gave to Crystalina. That's another detail I was going to be reviewing when I get to reviewing the rest of these parts of the Godsall pages. This was written before that. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Chris had a specially tailored one-piece suit and shin guard wear. Plus
Did he just say
Commodore
one
wings
piece?
made, and had to wear and fill a D-cup padded
Oh,
bra
the wrong
under
one
the
piece I'm thinking of.
piece,
Okay.
and slip a shaped blue colored cover over his Sanchu form's tail and get dolled up in this blessed portrayal.
No, this play is something that did happen. It was enacted on December 17th, 2005. Part 5 and epilogue. Okay, thank God. That's the new. Oh, look, that one lasted longer.
Two cardboard clouds close together hover above the stage by telekinesis from Magic Chan. And Chris Chan Sonichu in the God's Blue Heart cosplay hovers over the clouds and between the alignment and over the curtain rods.
Our Lord, Messiah, and Savior has revealed herself recently, and this is fact. In case you haven't yet read the watched the
I'm sorry, what?
report, our Lord, Messiah, and Savior has revealed herself recently, and this is fact. In case you haven't yet read
And this is what? Fucked? Fucked? That's what I'm saying. I'm hearing this is fucked.
watch the news reports. Last June, Jesus Christy Weston Chandler Sonichu Prime herself had appeared here in person in Quickville. So yes, everyone.
Oh, fact.
Joker
Okay,
spans her
thank you.
wings as the spotlight shines on the two clouds. They part sideways and Chris Chan Sonichu, playing his eye, descends towards the stage.
Jesus Christ has returned. Yay!
The audience applauds as Chris touches
Yeah,
down onto
the
said
planning
stage,
of this
and
Christmas
Angelica
stage play
collapses her
really
wings
came out
and
wrong.
steps towards stage left. Chris steps
I think they were
forward
too excited. They
and
wanted
puts an
everybody
eye.
to know.
Chris puts out his hands, the audience goes silent, and Chris starts to speak. And I personally directly speak through him from now to this moment from when I wrote this particular page of the God's Slot back on November 22nd, 2022. From when I wrote this, I wrote into that moment in the play back in December 2005. Greetings, everyone. I bless all of you who are good, neutral, light-powered, and righteous, and those all redeeming themselves. I speak well and true that I have indeed returned to guide all of you with the best of my powers, abilities, and skills. As I have observed this blessed and accurate play done by none other than our blessed Angelica Rochew, and all in the cast, and witnessed by all of you, the kind audience and individuals. At present tense in December 2005, our Earth halves of 1218 and C197 are starting to become whole and undivided once again. It is quite the process. Nearly 17 years from now in 2022, the 1218 half of Earth shall be cleansed and healed of all toxic, evil, darkest thing individuals, and all demons and devils and helpful doubts shall be cleared off both halves of the Earth. And as the veil, barrier, and divisions between the 1218 C197 halves and everything and everyone on them are removed, all shall be tangible and coexisted with each other as we have been and fully should have been since the division in 1389 AD. I continue to do my best now in 2022 and onward in forever immortal life. I keep all of you in my thoughts and prayers, support, and have faith in all that is good, right-powered, and righteous. Doubt stems demons, so keep faith and have no doubt within. Thank you all with continued safety, health, well-being, and livelihood. Krakow! The audience goes into massive applause. Chris comes back into himself as everyone starts taking their bows in gratitude. While Chris spoke on my behalf, Inuyasha went up to Angelica and said,
That's not in the script.
Angelica responds,
I realize that, but I know Jesus Christ herself must be speaking through Chris tonight.
Inuyasha checked Chris's aura.
Longest 4 minutes of my life. This is I'm sorry, I just needed like the extra break. You know what I mean? I'm like disassociating. Like this is so wow, you know? Wow.
It sees the inner veil / inner timeline connections with I. Yes, Inuyasha, I did speak through Chris. I telepathically tell her. During the play, Walsh and Savannah had watched with piqued interest. Lakewood Shoe watched with some interest but yawned during Angelica's narrations. Lake was actually impressed with their acting chops, and he was really favoring Bubbles' Rose Shoes scene. And seeing Bubbles don like Korra, that avatar past self of mine, Blake went wild with imagination on how adventurous and cool Bubbles looked. The video recording of this play was made available on DVD sales a week later. It sold very well. Even the president of the United
There we
States
go. There we go. Here's the
The
part.
video recording of this play was made available on DVD sales a week later. It sold very well. Even the President of the United States in 2005, George Bush Jr.
Why
he bought a
specifically
copy
that one?
and
Why is
enjoyed
it
watching
specifically
with
that
his
one,
wife.
huh?
Chris and Magic Chan hosted a 1-hour after-show cast party backstage. Everyone mingled and talked of their feelings of enlightenment from when they had acted out the roles. Jam Sasashi commented to Lisa and Rollo and a few others. It was a strange thing. It was a thing playing the devil. Rehearsing and acting the lines, I actually felt some twinge within. Then in the show, as it must go on, I felt like I was almost sucked into a darkness. Then I literally saw Jesus Christ Chandler.
Literally.
That uppercut, pushing the darkness out of me and instilling forgiveness. Oh man, I will never ever forget that. And his tale played a little bit of Beethoven's Fifth. Dun 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 dun, followed by the sounds of a calm flowing stream on a sunny and rainbow blessed day. Elisa quipped, "Well, you've had to taste the dark side, but the Jedi light power overwhelmed and won in the end with Force." Really? Star Wars notes? Sure.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so agonizing. It's so agonizing. Really? Star Wars notes? Like they're making jokes. I just like they have no good interactions in their actual lives, so they're just talking about all the fucking interactions they think would be fucking funny inside of their imagination. Oh my god.
Why not? That group laughed. And Sanchi told Rosie while punching Bubbles, playing the role of Jesus, I felt his energy flowing through me. I was like, whoa. When I went into that off-script dialogue about numbers in the cloud's aura and that bit of diving into the center star of the universe and seeing the future, and I do empathize with the internal struggles coming to terms with his revelations, and while Magic Chan was only acting, I felt and saw Lavesh Sanchu in the present moment guiding me. Rosie commented, I saw and felt that too. All that too. Rosie commented,
God.
I saw and felt all that too, as you spoke and preached. It was almost as strong in mighty as Angelica when she preaches. I felt and got chills and goosebumps. Uchiyama also said, when I looked into your hands, Sanchu, I saw Jesus Christ chanted in her hands with those scars. It is no coincidence.
This is so awful! Oh, I don't even have anything to say. It's just so fucking stupid, boring, and bad. Oh my god. I don't like this. 7 minutes.
They all nodded in agreement. Chris had mostly recovered from his connection with me, but he recalled all very vividly as he told Crystalina, Angelica, Inuyasha, Nightstar, and Magic-chan. And I could swear I saw into the overextensive mind and saw my 12-18 half self-counterpart.
Oh my god,
Herself.
I totally forgot that there was two different versions of Chris, like pre-Chris, pre-Jesus Christ, Christine West, and Chandler, and that one still exists in the other dimension.
If I had not met her before then in person, I'd probably call myself crazy. But I'm not crazy, I really do know that. I know that really well. Crystalina responded, I've foreseen you're going to a distant mental link.
My favorite part is every single time they write Jesus Christ Chan, Sonichu Prime, like Christine, Weston Chandler, Sonichu Prime, all that stuff. Like they have to put their little like symbols on top of it.
Responded. I've foreseen you're going to a distant mental link. Not since you saw more than what you ended up speaking. You're right, sis. I saw sometime in 2022 the world recovering from some viral pandemic, Russia terrorizing Ukraine, Donald Trump was as a condemned former president.
This is literally them rewriting. So what happened is, oh my god. If you guys are missing it, they basically are saying that this had happened at the end of the play that was enacted on 2005, and that now Sonichu is basically telling the future, but they obviously fucking wrote, right? This in today, or like this present time.
And gone jail on irony and prophecy details, with her release from jail needing to happen a lot sooner. Magic Chan Nightstar nodded. Magic Chan said, "This confirms a lot of foreknown details of our timeline. I shall indeed need to step up my personal interactions with Christine shortly enough." Nice, right? I linked up with you in that moment, Chris, and I got confirmations of a rushed, premature future in Equestria and on Earth.
This was written in 2022, but the events were in 2005. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that obviously it was written now, like present day, but they're pretending like that was happening in 2005 after the play had happened. After the play was enacted in 2005. And making it seem like Sonichu was able to tell the future when obviously they fucking weren't.
I'll share these details with Celestia herself and with my friend Twilight. It was a good grief of a confirmation. Inuyasha added, I got a telepathic message from Christ Chan that it was definitely her from the future speaking to Chris tonight. Magic Chan says, on the one hand, this is very good, for we can prepare better for these future events. But on the other,
I love that Magic Chan has this very like wise voice.
Recorded and likely to be interpreted directly by certain wrong humans and individuals. It can either be ignored or it can be manifested into quite the year in 2022 on our C-197.5.
Man, if you think 2022 is crazy, you should see my 2023, bro.
And not to mention the rest
Yeah, haters. I think they're talking about haters.
Planets, including Equestria, Nightstar adds. Plus, Inuyasha adds, the solar maximus and solar flares. That will add more seeds to the chaos. Unless they actually seed the chaos. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, Chris starts with a smirk. Inuyasha Sonichu. What would we do without firebenders like you to absorb the heat? The way you say it, Christian, that's such a grass-type take on taking the heat. Well, you said it.
Not me. You said it, not me. Oh, thank God. Are we done? This Christmas play was one of the multitude of other events in the past of Quickville, and the special Sonichus and Rosechus consciously revealed to me. Rest assured, there is much, much more. Details on collaboration and opportunities. Oh no, we have fucking collaboration opportunities. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the super. Thank you so much, Sigrun. You can put this super chat towards your next therapy session or your next cookie, up to you. I appreciate it. No, truly, I will put it towards therapy. Therapist hasn't seen me in a bit, and I think I have much more to say this time around. Says, rest assured, there is much, much more. Details on collaboration opportunity will be revealed soon, and only to the select and well-trusted few, and there shall be more Sonichu books, counting and inversions of the past books. Stay tuned is putting mildly on that bunch of details. Present moments, I continue to encourage all of you to be kind and good with each other, as well as following what is light-powered and good, as all of the events that have been divinal prophesized continue onward. Do you think that maybe do you think that Christine can, like, would be willing to take money for fortune telling? After all, it's divine timing, not political timing. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that mean? I thank all of you for watching and enjoying this reading and feature. I think enjoying is a very strong word out here. Stay creative, be lovely with each other, and of course, be safe and well. Mrs. Jesus Christ Chan Sonichu Prime. A JCWCSP Comics production. Oh my god, they have a production! Oh, Jesus. Oh, lordy. Well, we sure did watch that. That was way worse than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be at least kind of funny. But we did just watch Angelica Rose Chu's Christmas play. All of it. And now we have one more little thing before I decide. Literally, it's just like a minute. Hello, welcome back, Hari. It's literally just a minute. It just says stay lively tuned. And I don't know what it's like, but I'm gonna watch it. I still think this is a crazy.
Yep, we're doing this up. Sampling up the big screen. That's just one sampling of what's coming up in future live streams. There's gonna be a lot more than just a little gameplay. Sweet!
It was a trailer for their live stream.
Stay tuned. See y'all on the live stream.
It's the trailer for their live streams. It was a trailer for their live stream. Okay, this is a lot of... Alrighty. Anyways, you guys, if you want a little teaser trailer of my live streams, fucking go look for something. Go look for something. Hold on. Fuck.
If you can beat the shit with whatever you have, it works.
Yeah,
Like,
if it works, it works. Like, I don't give a shit that Don Hung might not be as strong as other people or whatever, because Don Hung's a fucking hottie, and I love him, and I would do a damn thing for sucking dick. Straight up. It's so good.
There you go. There you go. Well, there you go. There's my teaser trailer for other live streams. Thank you. Oh my god, that was agony. Agony. Dude, I don't even know. I feel like at this, like, that was so agonizing that I wish that I could have the documentary back. I wish that we were still watching the documentary instead of watching that agonizing Angelica Rose Chu Christmas play. That's... Oh my god. If you want a channel trailer, I'm good. I have a channel trailer. I think my channel trailer is funny. I want to do another one, honestly. That's like, it's got to be on brand like that, you know what I mean? I know, that genuinely, not even was it like boring, okay? It was like, I couldn't even try to follow it. I really couldn't. Alrighty, you guys. Ugh. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry also that you guys are watching with me. But also, thank you very much for watching. My name is Lilybell. I love to travel, but I suck at geography. I really have nothing else to say. Actually, you know what? I do. Here. Tomorrow, I have stream. I have my wet stream back over by VStream. And we also have a video coming out tomorrow on YouTube at noon. Okay. And then I don't have any streams on Saturday, but I do have one on Sunday. If you want my if you want to see any other stuff, check out my Twitter and all my links down below. Please like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I forgot that I can say that now because I'm a fucking YouTuber. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you. But Jesus fucking Christ, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ chan Sonichu Prime. Yep. Yep. Alright, thanks for watching. My name is Lilybell. I love to travel, but I suck at geography. Thank you for flying with Lilybell Air. Bye. Wait, I forgot to mention, big shout outs. Thank you very much for Sigran, for Supa, as well as, oh my goodness, it's gone. Fuck, I have to pull up the, hold on, where's the notifications tab? I'm back for a little bit. I just want to do my thank yous. Where did the notifications tab go? Can I click on this? Yes, Mr. Psychic, thank you also for Supa. And Cyber, welcome in to Gold members. Thank you so much. Okay, bye again.